wanna touchdown! The kick is blocked! Appalachian State is stunned! Touchdown! Raiders with a second to go. Still alive. Loses the football. They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won the Tostitos. He's going for the corner.
Well, it's time. Months of anticipation and buildup have led to this. It is D-Day in college football, Ohio State versus Texas. As I am speaking, the band is starting to take the field, and we are going to get it going here in the next few minutes or so. So officially, kickoff, I believe, is supposed to be slated for like 12:05, 12:10. So we'll have to wait and see there when it actually begins. But I am extremely excited. Guys, welcome to this stream. I am still, if you guys were here on Thursday night, which a good chunk of you were, I am still a little bit under the weather, admittedly. So I have a few friends, I think, come in here from time to time to back me up as we get through this thing. Damn seasonal cold hit me like a fucking train. So we'll see if anybody wants to chime in. I might be on my own flying solo, but we'll see. All right. Fred, you ready to see your Buckeyes play? We'll see what Julian Sagan can do. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We will see what he can do. I'm very, very excited for today, 100%. If you are not familiar with how this works, 9-10, a legitimate final score. That's a real thing. Yeah, these are the scores scrolling across the bottom of the screen on your screen right now. Those are the games that played last night. It should automatically update the games that are going right now here when we kick off at noon. But a couple of the games that we saw last night, absolutely insane. A couple of them that came to my mind was including the game between Georgia Tech and Colorado. That was a real close one, like we all thought it was going to be. Came right down towards the very end, and Georgia Tech was able to pull it off and get a huge, huge W on the road. Haynes King looked like a great player, and they're also about to do the headgear pick for Ohio State, Texas on ESPN, it looks like. So Lee Corso's final game day, I'm watching right now, trying to see what the headgear thing he's going to do is. Yeah, another thing that happened that was fucking crazy, Tarleton State beat Army in our first real FCS upset. And band's playing on the field. And it looks like they're about to do, I think it's going to be like a standalone thing, Lee Corso's final headgear pick. If you are new to watching me do commentary live, donations get your message put on screen immediately. Some messages will still get put on screen occasionally. I'll just figure that out as I go through the stream. If I think they're funny enough or insightful enough, I'll put them on screen. But messages, if you pay money, you'll get them on screen immediately. It just really, that's kind of how that works. Quick shout out, thank you to some of our Patreon backers. I don't have the updated graphic yet. Captains include Little Theorist and Main Character Syndrome, who became a newest captain the other night. Malik Freeman, Champ Gold, Brooklyn Polk, Sergeants, Jonathan Peck, TJ Stanley, Adonis Finch and Shaw, Anthony Brown, Edgar Carter, Cameron Smith, Roger Hughes, No Edom on Sandwiches. Enlist at patreon.com/red5478 in order to get your name on future videos and live streams. And the shoe is absolutely packed. It is a red out. They're playing, I hear you, Dylan. They're playing the national anthem now. So Oh God, it has been a rough. I've been feeling like shit the last couple of days, to be completely square with you guys. But you know, we grin and bear it, and we make it through life as we do. And we all made it. We made it to Lee Corso's final game day, and we made it to week 1 of the college football season. Ohio State versus Texas, and college football really is back. Really, really is back. So I'll do my very best for this stream. I will not log off and crash out like I did the other night when I was feeling like absolute shit. So, yeah, that's how that's going to work. Let's see if I can get my thing to work properly now. All right. Let me actually get this fixed real quick here. That's still showing scores from yesterday, so let me go ahead and go in StreamYard and do something. I'm gonna actually we got a little teeny tiny technical difficulty. So let me just get this off and let me get this fixed in StreamYard real quick. Bear with me one moment, guys. Darn thing just wants to be silly. And they're doing Lee Corso's final headgear pick, I think, now. So let's see. Come on, you piece of shit. I'm going to take a slight risk here. Close the window, actually. And then let's reopen this window because it was still showing yesterday's stuff. I'm trying to get it to show today's. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate you. Fox will be on the call for the game today. There we go. All right. Now it looks like what it's supposed to look like. It's jerry rigged to all hell, but hey, we're making it work. All right, now we shall redo the share screen and get the window up and rolling. And there we go. Now we got today's scores on the ticker. So there we go. Lee Corso is about to make his final pick. Let's see who he goes with. And they're doing a little Corso tribute with the marching band. That's pretty cool. They moved College Game Day's desk to the 50-yard line in the middle of the field, even though the game is being carried on Fox. That's crazy. Wow, that's cool. If you guys were able to watch this on ESPN right now, they got College Game Day's desk right in the middle of the field with the Buckeye marching band spelling out Corso right across it. That's a hell of a tribute to Lee. Lee's saying this is one of the easiest picks he's ever made. He's going to pick the Longhorn, isn't he? Oh, he's got Brutus. He's wearing Brutus. His last pick is Brutus the Buckeye. Oh, that's great. Congratulations to Lee Corso. That's just great. It's the Buckeyes. It's his first love. Poetic started it just how he ended it. And now we begin the game. We go to Fox. We whip around to Fox right now as they are doing a quick tribute to Lee of themselves. It looks like they mentioned Lee Corso's final game. And looks like the Fox Big Noon Kickoff team is doing a professional salute to Lee Corso. And now people actually are going to tune in Fox and watch this because I guarantee you nobody watched Big Noon Kickoff today. Nobody gives a fuck about what they have to talk about. Everybody was all over Lee Corso's final game day. All right. So a couple of headlines to go over here as we begin the day. This is not the only big game on. It's the biggest game that is on, but it is not the only big game. I'm going to try to pull up my scores here. We got a ticker up below showing all the games that are coming up today. We will have live updates with the scores that way as we go through. And yeah, this is gonna be good. So a couple of other games going on today. We got the Battle of Death Valley, LSU versus Clemson in Clemson's Death Valley tonight at 7:30. That's gonna be a great game. Who else do we got going on here? Syracuse and Tennessee kicking off here at noon on ABC. I'm pretty sure Squid's got that covered. Penn State, no. Alabama plays Florida State at 3:30 on ABC. That's going to be an absolute slaughter. It's only notable for me because of As the Dope Burns. And other than that, that's pretty much all that's really like notable in terms of games today. So great slot today, but don't forget, it doesn't end today. We got more games tomorrow. Tomorrow, we got Virginia Tech taking on number 13 South Carolina at 3 Eastern on ESPN. And then the nightcap on ABC, Notre Dame against Miami, Catholics versus Convicts. I'm going to be covering that game myself on ABC. And then I've already decided Monday night, we're just going to say, fuck it. I'm going to cover TCU versus North Carolina Monday night here on the channel. I just made up my mind just now. So there you go. Yeah, for the moment, I'm flying solo. I did fire off the cannon to a few other guys to see if they would like to jump in and join. I know a few of them are enjoying some time with their families this Labor Day weekend. So, you know, if it's just me, that's all y'all should need, right? I'm just sick still. So if I mute and turn the camera off for a minute, it's because I'm trying to clear my nose out. I won't let you guys look at that. I'll spare you the image. But as you can tell, I just, I'm going to be dealing with it today. But I'm going to do the very best that I can to not let that interfere with calling the game. Yeah. So let's start talking about the game. You're up in Cleveland? I understand, Doug. I figured I'd shoot you guys the offers anyway. So, all right. We're just going to do this solo then. So let's talk about the game itself. We got Texas against Ohio State. These two teams are not like total strangers. Before this past postseason, the last time they played each other was a home and home in 07 and 08. when Texas came to Columbus and beat Ohio State. And then Ohio State went to Texas and beat them. But that was the first time they had ever played each other before then. They also met in the Fiesta Bowl in 2009, where Texas got one over on the Buckeyes. And then we all know what happened in the playoff semifinals last year. Texas and Ohio State one-on-one in the Cotton Bowl. Texas came up just short. So what's going to happen 2006 and 2007? No, that's okay, Valor. I got it. I appreciate it, though. Just because I'm flying solo doesn't mean I need people to jump in. I got this. It's okay, guys. If anything, it's just to make sure. If anything, we're just going to be really focused today. Big story with Ohio State. A lot of new talent. The national champions are coming in, defending their crown with a lot of new guys. Julian Satan's now under center. You got a lot of new guys on defense. It's going to be getting tested early on with, of all fucking people, this new defensive coordinator whose name is escaping me at the moment. Fucking somebody jog my memory in chat. I'm drawing a blank on who the name of the coordinator is. I know who it is, but like for some reason his name is escaping me. God, who the fuck? Fat guy, fat boy. Who the fuck was it? Defensive coordinator. Damn it. Someone will tell me in chat here in a moment. And then on the Texas side, you got the Arch Manning debut. Can Arch Manning actually take this team to the next level and get them to the national championship? Quinn Ewers, Matt Patricia, thank you very much. I don't know why that was absolutely hard for me to remember. Patricia. All right. I'm going to try not to be too loud because it hurts. Will Arch be able to carry this Texas team to a national championship? This kid is literally has the weight of the entire college football world on his shoulders. Yes, Angel of Light, that Matt Patricia, the Matt Patricia, the one you're thinking from Detroit, the Bane of Detroit, came to Ohio State. It worked out well for Ohio State last year. We had Chip Kelly as our offensive coordinator. We all know how much we love him. And they won a national championship with him. So Ohio State can rehabilitate bad coaches and give them head coaching jobs. Now we just got to see if they're going to be able to do that with Patricia. And I don't know if they will. This is a really, really tough one. It's the first time since 1988 the defending national champ opens the season against the preseason number one, which we all know how accurate preseason polls are, right? So we're going to keep an eye on everything today. Try to see what else is going on. Again, all the games for today, scrolling on the bottom. This is the only game we're doing today. Even if I wasn't going to do only one game already, I'm definitely not now. No, Bill O'Brien, he could stay. And he almost came to Ohio State, actually. And then he backed out at the last minute, and then Matt Patricia came in. If I remember correctly. No. This was last year. Bill O'Brien came in, then backed out because he got an offer from Boston College. And then that's when Chip Kelly came in to be the coordinator for the offense. So, also first top 3 matchup since 2017. Number 1, Bama versus number 3, Florida State. Oh, shit. That's right. They did play a series. Then we got Bama and Florida State play today, too. That's not going to be anything like that, though. All right. Urban's picking the Buckeyes. No surprise. 28-24. See who Matt's going to pick. I heard somebody try to say that Matt's going to pick Texas 27-21. I don't know why people are saying Texas is going to be winning this game by 3 touchdowns. It just makes no sense to me. They're not going to come out and score and just blow out Ohio State like that. It would take an epic collapse for that to happen. Mark's going to pick Texas 24-23 by 1. This is Big Noon's picks now. Lee Corso picked the Buckeyes. I don't really know if that's because he thinks they're going to win, or because it was poetic to have them as the last one. But Brady's going to pick Buckeyes 21-17 on Big Noon. Yeah, I know, Jeremy, I agree with you. I don't see how this game is anything but an absolute banger, a one-score victory for either side. I'm going to say it's going to come down to a game-winning field goal. I got Ohio State winning 27-24 personally. That's just me. As an Oklahoma fan, I remember that game against Tennessee last year. It didn't get better after that. Yeah. What upsets do you think are happening today, Red? Well, that's actually a great question. Let me pull up my ticker here, and I'll tell you. I got a couple of ideas. There's not a ton of like games where I see like upset potential. Ohio State's about to take the field now. I could see potentially Florida State making somewhat of a fight against Alabama, seeing a little bit of improvement. Maybe Alabama undercuts them, but then they get blown out towards the end. I mean, you look at the top 25. Shit, I'm gonna just say for the lulls, UTSA upsets Texas A&M. Just because I'm making a video on Texas A&M right now, and that would be absolute just spank bank. That would be spank bank material for Longhorns for the rest of the season. Like if Texas loses today, but A&M also loses to UTSA, that would be incredible. Like everybody's pissed in Texas. Hey, Thunderjacks, thank you very much. I hope you're well as well. Yeah, UTSA is always dangerous, and I know they're playing in Kyle Field, but that didn't stop App State a couple years back. Outside of that, I don't see anybody else. Maybe North Dakota can give Kansas State a little bit of a run, but I doubt it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to say that's my upset pick, UTSA over Texas A&M. So, we have been waiting for this game for 7 months. Ever since they fought in Dallas in the Cotton Bowl, we have been waiting for this. It is, without a doubt, probably going to be the biggest game in the early part of this season. I love my Buckeyes, but I cannot wear this hat right now. I am still, after all, I wasn't born and raised, but I was born in Kentucky, but this has always been my home. And Folsey, you say horns up, and I know you're just saying that because you're a Wolverine. I got one response. Horns fucking down, bitch. All right, let's go. Gus Johnson on the call on Fox. He's got a little turd mustache going on his upper lip. The game of the century, the Armchair Gamer says. That's a hell of a claim. Hopefully it lives up to that. I would love to be able to say I watched the game of the century live. I've seen plenty of games before where they call it the game of the century. The 06 Rose Bowl between Vince Young and USC, that was a hell of a game. Valor, that's just rude. You're still pissed about the 05 Rose Bowl, man? I don't blame you. Y'all got hosed. The only reason why Texas was in the 05 Rose Bowl is because Mac Brown played a bunch of politics. The game of the century is going to be Miami versus Mario Cristobal because there's no bigger opponent than their own head coach. 2014 clean old-fashioned hate is your own game of the century. That's a good one. That's a good one. Ohio State, Michigan 06 is hard to top. Like that game between them, number 1 for Ohio State, number 2 Michigan in Ohio Stadium. Troy Smith under center for the Buckeyes, Heisman Trophy winner. You know, the first game after the death of Bo Schembechler, like that game was actual cinema. And I remember watching. I couldn't watch it live actually because I was playing basketball and our tournament was that night, and I was pissed. But I still remember watching the game when I could, and I just was enthralled by it. 21, 22, 23, the game. You got to pick one, and I know exactly why you're saying those games, Folsey. You can get away with saying the 21 game was the game of the century. I don't know. It ain't going to be that way this year, though. We're going to get the win this year over Michigan, you bastards. All right, we almost got 30 people in the show right now. Excellent. Appreciate you guys being here. If you want to get your comment highlighted, I got a little chat box on the side for everybody to kind of talk up. But if you want to get your comment highlighted, make a donation. Any amount will do. The kick six is the game of the century. I don't know about that. The kick six was a great moment, but the whole game, I wouldn't say it was a game of the century. Like best ending, I think, all time. But I don't know about game of the century. All right, let's lock in here. We got business to handle. Ohio Stadium is packed out. 70 degrees, wind is 6 miles an hour, and I love this shit. I love this shit, man. First season opening matchup between any number 1 and 2 in any poll. Ohio State's number 2 in the coaches poll, so it counts. When they say number 3, that's the AP poll. They always put the AP above coaches. So, all right. Buckle your chin straps and lock in. It's showtime, everybody. Ohio State will kick the ball off. Texas will receive to start the game. Phoenix with $2. War Eagle, we burnt down Waco like we were the 8. Jesus Christ. Kickoff will be fielded from the end zone. He's out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. He's still making men miss all the way to the 29-yard line. Phoenix, man, that was quick. I didn't think I'd have to bust this out this early.
What the f*** was that?
Congrats to Auburn. I know you're not, and I already saw your comment earlier, Phoenix, you fucking asshole. You're not going to let me live it down that I predicted Auburn's going to win 3 or 4 games this year. I don't think they're going to do well in SEC play. I really don't, but I'm glad you're optimistic. Congrats to War Eagle. That was a great win. And by the way, just no defense for Baylor like I feared. That's why you won. Baylor had no damn defense, and Sawyer Robertson has no weapons on offense, so Baylor might be in for a tough time. A little bit tougher than we thought. Good thing I didn't pick him for the Big 12. All right, Arch Manning is on the field as we take over and get going. And we got a delay here. I'm not sure what's going on. We got some communication issues, it looks like. Are they saying he didn't run out of he gave an invalid signal? Oh, no. We're starting at the okay. So he did a fair catch signal in the end zone. The play actually starts from the 25 as they're going to have Arch Manning go to throw it, and he underthrows his first pass. It was 5 yards short of his target, who was wide open. Incomplete. Not a good start for Arch Manning. Definitely the jitters right there. You are not immune to jitters. All right, 2nd and 10. Arch hands it off up the middle. That's going to be a gain of about 6 yards out to the 31. 3rd down coming up here for the Horns. All right, I'm going to make an executive decision here, and then put the roster up on my phone because this multiple tab shit ain't going to work, especially since I got multiple people. I'm only on my own. 3rd down. Arch looking to throw, looking to his left now. It's thrown. Oh, that's close to the line of scrimmage. They're marking him, I think, just short of the line to gain. See where they place the ball. Offense is staying out there regardless of the call. And they're going to do a quarterback sneak. Did he get it? Oh, wait. Oh, God. Oh, they're saying he got it. Okay. They did a quarterback sneak with Arch Manning, and they were close, but they did not. Looks like they just barely got it. They really hurried up on that one. Yeah, I think he got it just enough. just across the 30-yard line. So that's a first down. So we go 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line here for Texas. Single I formation. They're going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to cut out to the 40, to the 45, all the way down to the 48-yard line for the Horns. That was number 4, C.J. Baxter, the running back, on the carry. NAIA action. Alma Mater UC retains the old brass lantern against Little Brother Union Commonwealth. There you go. Good for you, man. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 48.5-yard line here. Still inside Texas territory. Arch Manning all alone in the backfield. So he's going to be throwing it for sure. He's going to scan. Look, throw over the middle. We got a flag down, so the play is dead. Looked like it was nearly picked, but the flag is down. We got a false start on Texas. So that's going to back him up 5 yards. Arch is kind of playing a little off here. Not quite sure what's going on. I think he's just a little stunned from the environment that he's in. We'll have to wait and see how much it affects him going into the game. Duran, first stream. Good to be here. Hell yeah, brother. Currently a sophomore at Sam Houston. We're in the trenches right now, but expected since the offseason. Yeah, Longo's got a ways to go at Sam Houston. Thanks for being here, Taryn. Appreciate you. That was a handoff up the middle that went nowhere. It's going to be 3rd down. 2nd and 8 coming up here. I'm behind. I guess my scoreboard a little ahead of me. I don't know. 2nd and 13 here for the Horns now. Snap, hand the ball up the middle to Baxter again. He's going to get about 5 yards on the carry. Going to be 3rd down coming up here. I need to figure out if I need to. I don't like that. Squid's on another tab. College football is back. Hell yeah, Jeff Cage. 3rd and 8. High snap. Arch looking to throw. Rolls to his right. Still looking. Puts it out in front of him, but it's not enough for a first down. Baxter Jr. caught the ball, but it's going to be short. 4th down coming up here for the Horns. All right, I guess it's not that far behind. So this is – that was a good stop by Ohio State. Let's see what they're doing here. Texas is still on the field. They're going to go for it. They're keeping the offense on the field and going for it on 4th and 2. All right, ballsy. Very ballsy. Snap. Arch hands it off up the middle to Baxter Jr. He's going to be short. He is short. And Ohio State takes over on down.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
Sark, what the hell are you doing? I understand being aggressive and shit, but really? Like, okay, dude. Scoreboard is now lagging behind a little bit. Yeah, it's I'll refresh it. Come on, you bitch. There we go. Yeah, it's just lagging now for some reason. All right, well. The scoreboard will fix itself in no time. Sark starts the season off with a turnover on downs. Why are you not playing the field position game? Are you thinking that Ohio State's defense is that weak? That's a decision, Sark. I don't know if I would have made that decision, but that was it. That is a decision. One of the decisions of all time. All right. I mean, Texas looked pretty good on offense. They looked pretty good. I want to say Arch definitely had himself some jitters. He definitely wasn't fully. He was definitely a little bit psyched out, I think, from the fucking crowd. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. I hope that scoreboard bug is fixed soon. It's accurate. Like, it's still working. But, like, there we go. Now it's updated. All right, cool. All right, Nerd Stop. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, so we are ready to go here as Ohio State will now take over the ball on downs with 10:32 to go in the first. Give me just 1 second, guys. Just clearing my nose out. Just give me 1 second. All right. So Ohio State now has the ball here. Here we go. First and 10 coming up here for the Buckeyes. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to go nowhere. Second down coming up. Handed the ball off to – who did he give that ball to? C.J. Donaldson at running back. So 2nd and 8 now for Ohio State. They got really good field position to start here. Let's see what they do. And they're going to hand the ball off again, and he's going to get himself a pretty good gain out to about the 49-yard line in Texas territory. 3rd and short coming up. It's really just going to come down to how much our defenses were able to improve during the offseason. I think that's the biggest thing that, like with everybody we lost during the offseason, I really do wonder like how good Ohio State's defense is going to be and their offense. Their offense should be fine. It should be running like clockwork as usual. 3rd and 1 coming up, man in motion for Ohio State. Snap, handoff up the middle again, and short. He gets stonewalled at the line. Donaldson, 3 runs in a row, gets nowhere. What the hell are you guys doing? What up, Akbar? Okay, so that didn't fucking work. Now we're at midfield, and are we going to try to be cocky like Texas? What does Ryan Day try to do now? They're going to go for it. And I don't like this formation. They're in a shotgun formation right here. Nope, Sands right under center. And they're going to fake the handoff. Sands looking to throw. He's going to throw it over to his right side, and it is going to be caught and out of bounds and dropped. So Ohio State also goes a turnover on down.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
What the fuck are we doing? Why are we playing down the Texas game? Why are we going for it on 4th and 1 when we had a chance to pin them deep in their own territory? Are we trying to do like who has the biggest balls here? Like what the fuck's going on, guys? Play smart tactical football. Why in the hell would you do that? Yeah, ball measuring contest, stick measuring contest. Like, we just watched Ohio State go 3 and out from their own 45-yard line. Now the ball's literally going to be on like midfield when Texas takes over on the next drive. Did they not think about that maybe? You just literally told Texas, yeah, you know what? We'll just give you the ball right back and take 2 minutes off the clock for you. No problem. That's dumb. Punt the ball and be tactical. Because now it's a shorter field and Arch Manning can do a lot of damage with only 50 yards of real estate. I hate it when Ryan Day does this shit. Like, he gets into a fucking pattern where he just decides, I'm going to try to be the biggest dog in the yard. When in reality, he should be like, I'm going to be the smartest dog in the yard. Like, Sark was don't get me wrong here. Sark did the exact same shit on their opening drive. They went on 4th down twice. Got one, didn't get it on the other. I guess punters just need to take a seat today or something. I know it's a big game and a lot of stakes, but there's a whole season after this. Come on, guys. Ohio State is wide receiver U. Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis. Those are great wide receivers. I just don't understand the play calling here by the Ohio State Buckeyes or the Texas Longhorns to start instead of trying to be positional on field position. If you had punted the ball and put Arch Manning on his inside his own 5-yard line, deep in Ohio State territory, you probably would have been looking really good. I just realized Hulk Hogan was trying to start his own wrestling federation. And the best they could do was Fox Nation on streaming for a tribute show tonight. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out well, brother. Miranda's just huffing for men hair dye. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's see what else is going on around college football right now. Mississippi State up 7-3 on Southern Miss. That's going to be a close one. I'm going to have the ticker run a little bit quicker, actually. Let the ticker go a little bit quicker because there's a lot of games to cover today. Tennessee 3-0 on Syracuse right now. Squid's probably a little happy with that. Got 4 games going at the same time. Life is good. Hell yeah, brother. Life is very good. All right, Arch Manning under center is going to hand the ball off now to CJ. No, that's not CJ Baxter. That's Quintrevion Wisner on the carry. He'll gain about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up. Single back, tight formation here. They're going to hand it off again to Wisner, and he gets stuffed at the line. 3rd down. This is some old school ass football we're watching right now. You having problems loading the game? Yeah, sorry. Might want to go sailing on the open seas, as they say. So 3rd and 6 coming up now for the Buckeyes. And for Texas, and the ball is on Ohio State's 47. We got trips wide receiver set on the bottom of the screen here. And we got false start on Texas now. That's going to back them up. So false start on Texas. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. Making a wrestling promotion is tough if you don't have the connections or TV deals. It really is. Yeah. I mean, AEW is really the only promotion that's been able to make any sort of headway. And that's just primarily because they have a very, very rich donors. So 3rd and 11 coming up for Ohio for the Longhorns. I keep saying Ohio State. For the Longhorns. Snap, Manning looking to throw. Looking over the middle of the field. Looks to his left. Dumps off to his safety slot, and it goes nowhere. 4th down coming up. Pass was caught by CJ Baxter, but just could not get anywhere. So 4th down, and now Texas, for the first time today, will punt the ball. Taking the over on this game might have been the mistake. Yeah, maybe. So 4th and 6 here. They will actually punt the ball finally and play field position punt here to start the game off. It is a red out in the shoe. It's scarlet out, I should say. And the punt is away. Ohio State didn't even try to block it. They just rushed it. And it'll be fair caught at the 7-yard line. Not much you can do. What Ohio State should have done already. A lot of running the ball early on. I don't know why we're just trying to beat up the defensive line to start the game. It's really just, I guess they're just trying to feel each other out still. I don't know. It's kind of like some boxers in a ring circling each other and throwing a few jabs here and there. No, everybody's just trying to feel each other out. No one really has like an advantage. Texas only has a slight advantage now just simply because of the fact that they just pinned Ohio State deep in their own end zone. Inside the 10-yard line. Like, I guess it could also be because Arch Manning clearly has some jitters. And he's having a really hard time trying to get, the butterflies out. You could say the same thing for Saiyan, probably. Yeah, I don't see any orange in the crowd either. It's barely there. They could find their own little section, and that's it. Letting Arch throw the ball is a terrible idea. Yes, Sark. Let the power of James Franklin possess you in the shoe. That's a good one, PSU Black Shoe. Ugh. Let's see what other scores we got going on right now. Again, the ticker's at the bottom scrolling through everything that's going on today, but obviously there's a lot of games today. Week 1, obviously. Let's go to FBS 1A. So right now, Tennessee is up 10-0 on Syracuse on ABC. Mississippi State up 7-3 on Southern Miss. That game is actually in Southern Miss. All right. Maryland 7-0 over FAU. Purdue taking care of business against Ball State 14-0. Tulane is up 7-3 on Northwestern with the old former with Retzlaff, formerly known as BYU, starting the game for Tulane, now known as Julane. Pitt up 14-0 on Duquesne. Navy up 7-0 on VMI. Kent State and Merrimack still 0-0 end of the first quarter on ESPN+. And that is all the football that is being played at this particular moment. Next game to kick off is at 12:45, Toledo versus Kentucky, and then the 2 o'clocks will roll along here in no time. Badger fan here. 3 straight years our starting quarterback got hurt. Luckily, it may not be serious and only missed the Middle Tennessee game. Yeah, it's kind of what I saw with Wisconsin playing so bad against Miami of Ohio. When I saw their quarterback got hurt, it makes sense. But you guys didn't really have much of a quarterback to begin with. Billy Edwards Jr. was it. There's nothing else after that. And you guys got to be careful because if you have any hope of making a bowl game, you've got to win these non-conference games. Otherwise, you're going to be fucked. Hey, Bull. Good morning to you over there in Hawaii. Speaking of Hawaii, do they play this week? Yep, they play at Arizona tonight on HBO Max. All right, here we go. Snap. Saiyan hands the ball off up the middle. He's only going to get about a yard on the carry. Second down coming up for Ohio State. Still just doing nothing but running the ball down the defensive line. Gonna go lifting it off to Makua Beach to a friend's birthday party. Gonna be body surfing all day. I'm jealous, dude. I'm over here with the damn cold. Enjoy it, man. Appreciate you as always. If you ever need help, fitness or financial, ask bullmuscle@gmail.com, guys. He helped me out a fuck ton. Well, 70 pounds because of that son of a bitch. Actually, I don't know if it's 70. Officially, it's 50 because we don't know why I weighed before January. So, all right. Passes to Jeremiah Smith. First catch of the season all the way out to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up here. I'm guessing like I've lost 70 pounds just because I know I probably weighed somewhere in the neighborhood of 320 and I'm down to 250s right now. So just Do the math. So at least 60. Of course, brother, as always. 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Buckeyes. Sayan completed his first pass of the game, 1 for 2, 6 yards. And he's going to throw it again. Looks to his right, throws it, and it is caught for a first down. That's the tight end, Max Clare, with the reception. And that's big. Finally breaking the ice with Sayan as Clare just runs a little flat route and gets what he needs, and that's all that matters. Max Clare is a big sumbitch. Like a wrecking ball tight end. Yeah, you love those tight ends that look like a Travis Kelce type. 1st and 10 at the 26. Sayan tosses it to Jeremiah Smith, and he drops the ball. A rare drop for Smith. 2nd down. Thanks, Bull. I.O. Smith drops the ball. It was right in his hands, too. Just looked away a tad early on the catch. That could have been a first down. I mean, not much you can do about that. Just got to kind of make it work. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Buckeyes on the 26-yard line. Got a lot of work to do here. Players in motion. Snap. Handoff up the middle to Peoples, and he's going to be stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and long coming up here. 4.5 to go in the first. Jew Lane. Cajun food plus Jewish deli equals culinary nirvana minus the crawfish. That's a good way of putting it, Martin White. They needed to start making Jew Lane t-shirts. This dude transferred without a scholarship to Tulane. Now he's the starter. That's crazy. Great, good for Retzlaff, honestly. Snap, saying, look at the throw. He's getting rushed in the pocket. Wide receiver screen doesn't work, and it is 4th down. Another drop for Smith. It's the 2nd drop in a row. I mean, saying he had to get that ball out of there in a hurry. He had a man right in his face, but Smith you got to catch the ball, Smith. Zep. Okay, who brought out the Land O'Lakes for the Buckeye receivers' gloves? I know, right? Someone needs to go out there and put some stickum on there. Ohio State will punt for the first time today. Ryan Niblett on the return. This ball is away clean. And it's a good punt out to the 35-yard line. That's going to take an Ohio State bounce. It's still going, and it's going to roll about to the 25-yard line. So about as good of a punt as you're going to get. Flips the field back, and the Longhorns, they got a neutral spot to start on the next possession. Is Smith just doomed to struggle against Texas? I remember he had a little bit of a struggle against Texas in the Cotton Bowl. I don't know if it's just, I don't know if he's just got the jitters or what. Excuse me 1 second. I got to clean my nose out. All right, I'm going to spare you guys that because I know you don't want to see me clean my nose out. He had like 4 receiving yards. Yeah, that was his worst game. They shut him down pretty well in that game. So they kind of know the secret to stopping Jeremiah Smith. Problem is that Ohio State last season had so many weapons that they were able to use and exploit that it didn't really matter because one piece was not enough. If you shut down Smith, okay, we still had Emeka Ibuka. In this game, you shut down Jeremiah Smith, okay, Max Clare, Carnell Tate. Hand the ball off to Peoples. Like, it's really hard. Like, he's the biggest weapon without a doubt. He's their biggest weapon, so they're going to double him up, and they're going to try to shut them down. I mean, they would be stupid not to. Zap, on behalf of Red and everyone watching this game, may we remind these two teams that offense is doable for longer than a play or two. Yeah, you're right. Was the running game a concern for me? I mean, not really. Ohio State always has a really good offensive line. It's to the point where you could have, old ass Mark Ingram in the backfield. He'll break off 10 yards because they'll open up a hole on the offensive line that's about as big as a bus. I worry about the offensive line first before I worry about the running backs. The running backs, they take over after the first 4 yards, but it's on the offensive line to open up that hole. Always remember switching to your pistol is faster than reloading. Which Big Ten stadium has the best in Which Big Ten team has the best in worst stadium in your opinion? Well, I'm biased. So I'm going to say Ohio State has the best Big Ten stadium. And I'm going to say that the worst at the moment, I'm going to say Rutgers. I've heard Rutgers is kind of mid. But we'll see. I am going to, me and the girlfriend, she's a Hoosier fan. I think we're going to take a road trip out to Lafayette this November. And we're going to watch Purdue against Indiana for the Keg and Nails. Or it's not the Keg and Nails, sorry. It's the Old Oak and Bucket. Penn State, once the renovations we've done are going to be nice, but not right now. Went to the Illinois game last year. It was terribly outdated. Yeah, I can imagine. All right, Texas on the ball here. 1st and 10. Arch looking to throw. Still looking for an option. Overthrows his man. Incomplete. Pass intended for Jack Andrews. And just threw it way over his head. Texas 25-5 since 2023. Ohio State 25-4 since 2023. Only Oregon has the same amount of wins in all of FBS. I've ever thought about going into more historical content? Yeah, maybe. I'm a history nerd at heart. Arch hands the ball up the middle to Baxter, and he's only going to get about 2 yards on the carry. 3rd down coming up here. Have the history stuff, but anything niche, I've thought about doing some niche things here and there. I'm always up for experimenting and trying new things with the videos. I just know what I like to do and what you guys want to watch. If I make these long-ass videos and y'all quit watching them, then I'll make the adjustments. That's kind of how it works with the algorithm. I love making the long historical content, though. But I also love making the random one-offs and seeing how those do. 3rd and 8, Arch looking to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to get brought down back at the line of scrimmage. And you know what? Screw it. I don't know if it's a sack or not, but I'm saying it is.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
So 4th down coming up for Texas. And if anybody had a question about Ohio State's defense coming into this season, I think you're getting an answer right now. The Matt Patricia defense has been stifling Texas throughout the entire first quarter. And that's going to be caught at the 19, fair caught at the 19, and that's where Ohio State will start. So it is a tactical game now at this point. These two came out strong, trying to go for it on 4th down each ways. No one's giving an inch. It is a stalemate between these two teams right now, and it's a beautiful game to watch if you're a defensive-minded fan. I love it all, so I don't care. Shootouts are fun, but it's a lot easier to keep up with the game when it's defensive like this. I thought about going to the Yellow Buck game at Illinois this year. I thought about it. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. So Ohio State has 2 catches today and 3 drops for their receivers. So hopefully someone put some duct tape on their hands or something. Got a little stick them on them. 1st and 10 out to 20 for Buckeyes. Snap, hands the ball up the middle of the Peoples. And that is going to be about 4 yards in a cloud of dust at best. 2nd down coming up here. Floby, I think these two teams are just really trying hard to establish a run game, and it's not going well, genuinely. The Akbar just sent me. Oh, no. No. Saying throws it, and it's finally caught by Jeremiah Smith. That's a big first down all the way to the 39-yard line. Oh, shit. God damn it, Akbar. God fucking damn it. Apparently, Ryan Day has a nipple ring. I'll show you guys. Hold on. I'll show you next commercial break. But I just got sent this by Akbar fan on Twitter. And apparently it's Ryan Day, and he has a nipple ring. Snap. Hand off up the middle. That's going to be another 4 yards to C.J. Donaldson. Second down coming up. I did not need to see that. Fuck you, Akbar. If you're watching, fuck you. Urinate Tree apparently made a post about it, and then it got to him, and he got it to me. So Ryan Hartline, offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes this year. An old name, former wide receiver. I remember him very well watching growing up. Tight single shotgun formation here. No wide receivers. So showing a run, and that's the end of the first quarter. All right. I'm gonna you guys get the bleach ready. Just go ahead and if you're sensitive to grown men having piercings, I dare you to look away now, because I'm uploading this and I'm going to share it with you. I have no qualms whatsoever. So, feast your eyes. Like, what else can you call that? Like, what else can you call that? That's a ring. He fucking pierced one nipple. Not even the other one. Just the one. Like, what the fuck? I don't, like, seriously? I hope that's not a piercing. But even then, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, Ryan Day continues to surprise me. So it looks like a plane is about to come out of his shirt. Do we have takeoff? I don't know if it's actually a ring. It looks like someone just threw a barbell in the middle of it, but whatever it is, maybe wifey likes him a certain way. I don't know. I mean, to each their own, but goddamn, that's dumb. That's so dumb. Better a ring for a midlife crisis compared to whatever Urban Meyer was doing in Jacksonville. Yeah, no shit. No shit. At least Ryan Day is still a family man. The day Ryan Day is no longer a Buckeye will be the greatest day of my life. It depends on what happens this season. I'm not so eager to say fuck Ryan Day anymore after what he did last year. So keep that in mind. I don't know. I wanted him fired after we lost to Michigan, and then I had to eat a big old plate of shit when we won the national title. Like, that was – I still don't know fully how to feel about last season, you guys. Like, it is the weirdest feeling losing the biggest game of the year to your rival for the 4th year in a row, but yet you're somehow the best team in the country. Oh, no, 2-loss national championship just feels hollow, man. I'm a diehard Buckeye, but I'm also humble enough to admit that that's fucking – it's a little weird. I mean, Day's a good person. I'm not going to dare question his character. Jay's a good man. Like, he's a man. He's a man's man. But at a head coach at times, he's infuriated me. He just pisses me off to no end at times. You don't have to be humble, especially around the Badgers. Well, if I wasn't already humble, despite being a Buckeye fan, I'm an NFL Cincinnati Bengals fan as well. And that alone should be enough to keep my dumb ass humble. They honored Ohio State's national championship before the game. Good for the boys. We're back from commercial. Started the second quarter. SC up on Syracuse 17-0 already. Yeah, they're looking better with Joey Aguilar, which I figured he would. Joey Aguilar is a hell of a quarterback. You just need to get in a good system. Peoples, he's going to get a first down on this carry out to the 50. I'm not going to be a Browns fan. No, dude. I was born in Northern Kentucky, and I was raised by a family of Bengals fans. I only became an Ohio State fan because I grew up from 2000 to 2006 in Columbus. And we all know how good Ohio State was after John Cooper left. So there ain't no way I could be a Browns fan. Absolutely not. No fucking way. Not a shot. Bengals, I'd rather be a Bengals fan because occasionally they're actually good. Snap, saying, looking to throw. Deep drop back on the snap here. It's going to be caught by the tight end. Claire with the reception here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Claire. That's the backup tight end. Who the fuck is that? Number 85? Christian Bennett. They're deep at tight end this year. Yeah, more receptions than drops. I'm all for being a sicko at heart, but I'm not for personal torture. JFKH, I'm sorry for your losses that you're going to have this year. I mean, that team is a mess, the Browns. 2nd and 4 now. Ball on the 44-yard line in Texas territory. Saying under center. Going to fake the handoff. Looking to throw. Still looking. Throws it to his right. It's a wounded duck. He gets hit on the throw. And the receiver gets hit on the catch. Incomplete. 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Buckeyes. Pass intended, it looks like, for Jeremiah Smith. And just a great defensive stop right there by the Texas safety. Got right in. Saying looking good, yeah. I mean, saying don't look bad. But this is a tough defense to start off against. Ohio State is 1 for 3 on 3rd down. Texas is 0 for 4 on 3rd down today. Snap, saying, looks to his left. He's going to throw it deep over the left side. Intended for Carnell Tate and could not secure it. It is incomplete, 4th and 4. He had a defender all over him. That was a hard catch to make. Still no scoring. We got a flag down. Hold on a moment. Face mask on Texas. Personal foul, face mask on Texas, automatic first down, a costly penalty for Texas. Ohio State has a fresh set of downs. I mean, I don't know why it came so late. The dude literally ripped his helmet off. Got to have control. Now that ball is inside the 30-yard line. Ohio State's in field goal range here. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 29-yard line. Snap. Hand off up the middle. And that's going to go fuck all. Donaldson could not get anything going on the run. 2nd down coming up. Tell you what. We're looking all right so far, Ohio State, but, man, this Texas defense is going to be tough. It's really just going to be about attrition now. Like, I don't think we're going to see a lot of scoring the rest of this game until maybe the 4th quarter. That's when it's going to light off when the defense gets tired. Who's got the energy and the stamina to survive all the way into the fourth? Snap. Sand looks to his right, still looking, fakes the throw, rolls out to his right now, throws it to the right side, and that is going to be incomplete. We got a flag down. We got holding coming up on Texas. Saw the hand signal right away. So that's going to be another first down for Ohio State. Texas is just shitting themselves at the moment. Costly penalty after costly penalty. Ohio State's offense isn't getting anywhere. It's just Texas shooting themselves in the foot right now. No, I'm not even close to a Kentucky fan. Nowhere near close to a Wildcats fan. I can give a shit less. My father's a Kentucky fan, but I'm not. I'm not at all. You would think there'd be more Bearcat fans around Cincinnati, but there's a lot of Wildcat fans around here. You whack discipline. So 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes now after being given another gift. Now it's on the 19-yard line, and we got the clock stopping for something. Hold on. What's going on here? The 28-yard line, we got to fix the spot. Bull Red, actually curious, do you have an SEC team that you hate less than the others? Like for me, I have a soft spot for Nebraska because I lived there in high school. I mean, I can't really hate Arkansas for similar reasons. I was living in Arkansas for a year in 2010, so I can't hate them as much. So I kind of got a little bit of a soft spot for them. So I lived there 1 year. That's about it. Everybody else I really couldn't give a shit about. So 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line coming up for Ohio State. Sends Carnell Tate in motion. Snap. Handoff up the middle. There's a little bit of daylight there for Donaldson, but he's only going to get about 5 yards. The push from the line is going to give him another 1.5 yards. And they're out to about the 10-yard line almost. 2nd down coming up here. So we got about 12 minutes to go here in the second. Donaldson Jr. is remaining on the field. Ohio State's knocking on the door. Let's see what happens here. Man in motion. Snap. Hand off up the middle to C.J. Donaldson again. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. He's at the 6-yard line now. 1st and goal coming up for Ohio State. Ohio State is taking full advantage of the Texas mistakes. They are knocking on the door. We could see a touchdown here very shortly. All right, here we go. 1st and goal, snap. Gonna hand off to Peoples. He's going to try to gain about 3 yards on the carry, and that is about it. What's up, buddy?
Nothing, just sitting here at a church doing a family event with my grandmother's 90th. So,
man, my dumbass face is the last thing that should ever be in a church. You should know better.
Well, you're on.
All right, so 2nd and goal coming up here for the 4-yard line for Ohio State here. Got a tight goal line formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Donaldson. He's chugging. This is like old school football to the max. It is just a couple of yards and a cloud of dust right now. Not much else. 3rd and goal coming up. It is like just 2 heavyweight boxers throwing haymakers every single time.
Really Corso pick because I've been missing most of game day.
Corso picked Ohio State for his final one. They had the game day desk actually on midfield, and the band did a little Corso tribute for him. So,
Still funniest moment is him with the Shasta head with Houston.
I remember the fucking moment. That's so funny. 3rd and goal coming up, and there's going to be a timeout for Ohio State. That picture of Ryan Day really does look like he has a nipple ring.
I know, that's why I sent it.
Like, what the hell happened there?
I don't know, but
He only has a one, too.
What did you say to me? What did you say to me before? Like right after I sent it, you said something on stream about me.
I don't know. What did I say?
Something involving an F-bomb.
Oh.
Which I responded to that with, fuck you, buddy.
I said, I need bleach now.
And then he also told me to go fuck myself.
Well, of course. That's requisite. But it's good to see you, buddy. How you been?
I'm doing all right.
Just living.
Yeah, especially since I've been fired from your shows.
Oh, you didn't get fired. No, I would never fire you guys. We evolved. It evolved into this, and you're welcome to come onto these game streams anytime you're available.
Of course. I want to be on next week's stream, though.
Yeah. Oklahoma, Michigan, I think is what we're going to be doing next week for sure. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Oh, why couldn't they do the Temple game again this week for week 1? Or at least they've got, at least give Oklahoma maybe 3 weeks to prepare for Michigan.
Shout out to Akron Red trying to rebuild them, but forgot to tell them to go to class. Hey, man, I'm not a teacher. I'm a football guy. Portnoy was in Columbus earlier today. Yeah, we couldn't go into the stadium. They banned him from it. Which I know a lot of people say that's petty. Well, he was kind of a dick, so I'm just going to let it slide.
Akron having academic troubles remind me of that one. I can't believe I'm bringing up this movie, but do you remember The Comeback?
Yes, that's a throwback.
That was all right. Looking back, I don't know how the heck I dragged my mother to see that one.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell were you thinking? Right, 3rd goal coming up here for Ohio State. Ball is on the 2-yard line. And, I mean, this is probably Ohio State's best chance to get a touchdown this half, if we're thinking about it here. Ain't no way they're going to get another opportunity again here soon, I think. 3rd and goal. Got a bunch formation there in the backfield. Snap, Sand hands the ball off to Donaldson. Donaldson's going to get driven down at the line. No gain at all. 4th and goal.
To quote the words of Nelson Muntz, ha ha.
Ohio State, please just take the points.
I used to be able to do that.
Ohio State. Better. Yeah. Are you serious? We're not going to take the goddamn points. What are we doing? Why are we playing so aggressive? I know it's Texas, but what are we doing? Take the points. Take the goddamn points. If it works, I'll eat shit, but take the points. Single goal line formation. They're just going to throw it up at the middle, and Donaldson, it works. Touchdown, Ohio State. They got fucking lucky.
Damn it.
Yeah, everyone come back! Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me, who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
They had to use a tight end as an extra blocker. That's what got them through.
Sorry, I think I hate Ohio State more than Texas.
I understand, Akbar. It's okay. They had the fullback. They had a blocking back in the backfield that took the hit from one linebacker that came in, and that was just barely enough to get it through. Only reason why they got a touchdown on that play was because Texas had like 25 yards in penalties.
Had a good morning with soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Notts County won, Sunderland won, and Wrexham finally got their first win in the championship.
Hey, good for Wrexham.
Keeper Danny Ward got absolutely lit up though.
Did he?
They didn't apparently even give the guy a red card.
Really?
Yeah, he freaking straight up assaulted him like this was NFL blitz.
Jesus Christ. That's funny.
They had to stretch Danny Ward off the field, and then Arthur Okonkwo had to come in.
You'll be fine.
Hopefully. Okonkwo is a good keeper though. He's been helping Wrexham the past few years. He was in Arsenal's system. He came out of Arsenal's youth program. I forget what the phrase is called when you're like young kid, basically drafted to a huge football program in their system, I guess.
Gotcha. See how Spartans 17-7 Tennessee over Syracuse right now. Oh, all right.
Syracuse scored.
I think Syracuse finally got a touchdown. Yeah. Apparently, Joey Aguilar is looking pretty good from what some people are saying in the comments, which I'm not surprised by. Yeah, he played at Appalachian State for a couple of years. I'm thinking that we might just do a quick raid on Squid when we hit halftime here. What do you guys think? You want to go raid Squid Tard later? Send you over to Uncle Squid's house. We'll see what happens. It would be like a little wave, and I think. Oh, I got the damn thing on mute right now. Squid is losing his ever-loving shit. I'm driving people away from my channel right now, but I don't even care. Squid's losing his ever-loving shit right now. I don't know why. What the fuck is he rambling about? Oh, Tennessee just scored another touchdown.
Oh. Oh, yeah, it's like what happened with Baylor Auburn.
I guess so, yeah.
Baylor scores.
All right, we're back from commercial.
Baylor scores a touchdown, fourth down, and Auburn really runs the kickoff back.
Someone made a comment. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Phoenix made a comment earlier saying that Auburn lit up Baylor like the ATF did in Waco. Something like that. Yeah, someone said that on stream earlier. I can't remember what the exact words. I think it was Auburn was like the ATF in which they lit up Waco. Yeah, that's awful. That's so awful. All right, so 7-0 Ohio State with about 9 to go in the second here. As the kickoff is away, and looks like they are not going to get a return out of this one. Bounces out of the end zone for a touchback. Give me 1 second here. I gotta clear my nose out again.
I gotta go. So
yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, I'll be seeing you later though. Just let me know if you're able to make it on next week, okay?
All
right. Thanks, buddy. Always good to see Akbar. So awful. Who would think of something like that? Gee, Phoenix, I wonder who the fuck would. I don't judge you. I would have said the same thing. All right. 1st and 10 here for Texas. Arch Manning is back in shotgun. He's going to take the ball himself now. He's got a couple of blockers. He's actually going to give himself a nice little gain here for 7 yards. All the way out to about the 33-yard line. 2nd down coming up. It's like it's second and 1. Okay. Really, really tight game right now. Really tight. Texas is going to really be trying to break out here on this drive. They got to get something going in quick. Handoff up the middle. And that is to I don't know who it was, but handoff up the middle goes only about a couple of yards, enough for a first down. Let's see here. Tulane, Southern Miss, and FAU are genuinely holding their own right now. Nice. Tank Bowl has some offense from Mississippi. All right. Arch looking to throw here, and that is going to be incomplete. Second down coming up here for the Horns, intended for DeAndre Moore Jr. Speaking of suddenly finding offense, the Boilermakers can actually do things now. I know I saw that score flash across earlier. I was kind of surprised by that. Boilermakers never do shit. Yeah, man. I mean, the Ohio State's defense has done an excellent job keeping Manning under pressure the entire way. Like, they have not let him breathe in this game. 2nd and 10. Manning throws it to his outside. It's going to be caught, and it'll be brought down at about the 43-yard line. 3rd coming up. That was caught by Ryan Wingo, sophomore wide receiver. Texas has not been able to convert a 3rd down all game. Not one. So keep that in mind here. So here we go. 3rd and 3. Ball is on the 44-yard line in Texas territory. Got a 3 wide out set. Manning looking to throw. Looks to his left. Now he rolls out to his left. Still looking. He's being chased out the pocket. He's going to get hit out of bounds like a freaking car wreck. Sonny Styles just hit him with the boomstick, but I think he got barely enough for the first down. And he did. I mean, Styles just absolutely took out Arch massively. Big hit. But he flew across. He still had enough momentum left to get him across the first down marker. So 1st and 10. Laid out a couple of Buckeyes when he hit the sideline. Manning drops back to pass, looking over the middle. He will throw it deep. He has a guy with 2 wideouts all over him, and it's going to be incomplete. Why are you throwing it to Trey Wingo when he has 2 defenders literally draped on his back? Like nothing was there. Wingo had an opening like at one point, but he was not even close to looking back yet. I don't know what to tell you there. That's fucking nuts. I don't know why you're throwing it into double coverage like that. You got to have a smarter play call than that. 2nd and 10 coming up here for Texas. Snap, handoff up the middle, and that is going to go nowhere in a hurry. 3rd down coming up again. CJ Baxter drilled at the line of scrimmage. Dude, I don't know what to tell you right now. Texas just cannot get it together on offense consistently enough to make any impact. Matt Patricia's defense is looking fucking deadly, and I did not think I was going to be saying that to start this game. I figured it was going to be a high-scoring contest with a lot of defense being optional, but that's not what we got at all. We got a defensive war right now. 3rd down, Manning looking to throw, looks over the middle, steps up in the pocket, and he is sacked.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
I mean, that was just great. The defense absolutely just suffocated him. They rushed only 3 at first. There was a delayed blitz at the end there, and that's what threw him off enough. 4th and 11, and Texas will punt. Too far away for a field goal. Boot is away clean. Let's see if they get a return out of it. It's going to be fair caught. Nope, it's going to bounce at the 1, and Texas will down it at the 2-yard line. So Texas has put Ohio State deep, but Manning has a face full of turf. Everybody thinking that Texas is going to come out here and dominate Ohio State. God damn, they're eating so much shit right now. Everybody thinking that there was going to be a lot of offense in this game. God damn, we're eating so much shit right now. Oh, God. We're on commercial right now, so just bear with me while I'm trying to see what else is going on around college football at the moment. What was I going to look up? Fuck it. All right, current games going on around college football. Let's see here. Tulane has picked off Northwestern 3 times already. I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. Tulane's a good team. I kind of figured Tulane would be a dark horse for the playoff. Well, we need a lot more. We need to see a lot more before that happens. I mean, Northwestern's no better than any other team in Conference USA, in my opinion. Could they go and have a winning season? Sure. But could they also be absolute turds? Sure. So Tennessee's up 24-7 on Syracuse. Southern Miss and Mississippi State are tied at 10. Maryland and FAU. Maryland's up 19-7. Purdue is up 21-0 on Ball State. Tulane 13-3, and they just got a pick over on the ESPNU. Pitt's up 20-6 on Duquesne. Navy 27-0 over VMI. Kent State 7-0 over Merrimack. Kentucky 7-0 over Toledo. Next round of games kicking off here at 2 o'clock include Fordham against Boston College, RMU against West Virginia, Central Connecticut against UConn, and Old Dominion against Indiana at 2:30. Texas looks like they're scrolling through the playbook and picking by random. I mean, I kind of agree with that, except they just keep on. I just see these guys just trying to run the ball really goddamn hard right now and getting nowhere. James Madison and Liberty, they don't play until later today. Jack Sawyer on the sidelines here for Ohio State, watching the game. Ball's on the 2-yard line to start for the Buckeyes, and they're going to hand the ball off. It's going to get out to the 5. Goes freaking nowhere. Second out coming up here. James Peoples on the carry. Donaldson's gotten a lot more touches at running back for Ohio State today, and that kind of surprised me. I figured Peoples would be playing more of a role since he's listed on the depth chart as the number 1, but I guess they only have a certain amount of packages they use. The national championship Buckeyes are on the sideline trying to hype up their players, giving them advice and tips. That's actually a pretty great advantage. All right, 2nd and 7 at the 5. Sands going to hand it off to Peoples, speak of the devil, and he is out to about the 9. Going to be 3rd and short coming up here. Tulane's murdering Northwestern. Yeah, I know. All right. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Texas is really they've done a pretty good job keeping Ohio State contained today, but it's just been penalties that have killed them. Snap, Sand rolls out to his right after faking the handoff, throws it, and it is going to be caught That's Carnell Tate with the reception. First down, Buckeyes. Oh no, Northwestern's back to being the tank commander. What took them so long? Dude, they were not tanks. They were tank commanders for ever, and then they weren't for only one season, I think. 2 seasons max. They've been tank commanders forever and a day. They weren't tank commanders for long. That's about all I could. That's the nicest thing I could say there. And that good year with Clayton Thorson. Yeah, you're right. That's it. Won a Las Vegas Bowl out of it. Snap, saying, hands the ball off to Peoples. He rolls to his left, but he's getting met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry. Second down coming up. Ugh. Temperature in Columbus, a nice crisp 70 degrees, 5-mile-an-hour winds, humidity 50%. Perfect football weather. You can ask. Normally it's a scorcher on opening day, so this is actually really awesome. 2nd and 10 now from the 18. Saying, fakes the handoff, looking over the middle, now looks to his right. Wide receiver wasn't even looking in his direction. Intended for Claire, the tight end. 3rd down coming up. He was just trying to get rid of it. There was nothing there. Which power forward deserves a rebrand? Duke. Honestly, Duke. They need a rebrand badly. Everybody identifies as them as basketball school, and they've been a pretty decent football school the last 10 years. So I would say Duke, if you ask me. 3rd and 10. Snap, saying, looking to his left. He'll throw it over in that direction. It's going to be caught by Smith, but it's nowhere close to a first down. And Ohio State will have to punt. And we have hit the 2-minute timeout here in Columbus. Give me 1 second. Okay. Every time I do that, if you're just joining us, it's because I'm clearing out my nose because I'm sick. So just bear with me. Trying to sound somewhat normal. I don't want to sound like the whole game. All right, let's see what else is going on right now. Anyways, so decided right at the beginning of the stream that we are also going to cover North Carolina versus TCU. That's right. We're going to cover Jordan Hudson's coaching debut for the Tar Heels this Monday night against TCU. That'd be fun. Because of that, I am also going to go ahead and announce that the FBS report this week will not occur on Monday. It will be pushed back to Tuesday in order for us to accommodate the late week 1 schedule going into Monday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. It's going to be at 8 o'clock Monday night on ESPN, North Carolina against Texas Christian University, TCU Horned Frogs. Going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to see if Squid wants to jump in and join me for that game. That could be cool. We'll see. How's everybody doing today? Happy Labor Day, by the way. Kent State has the lead against Merrimack 7-0. The Sickos committee tweeted out, "We're back, baby." FBS reporters pushed back because of chaos, and it's not because of actually throwing a wrench into things. I think it might help Squid out as well, pushing this show back to Tuesday, because it'll give them a little bit more time to work on week 1 chaos. I got to work on As the Dope Burns immediately following Alabama versus Florida State today, and I'm also going to be working on my own week 1 recap. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'm not going to take week 1 chaos because that's Squid's name. I'm going to let him have that. I'm going to call it something else. Let's figure that out quick. But I got like 2 videos I need to make this weekend, and then I got my project that I'm working on long term. I need to work on that at some point too. Punt is away and out of bounds at the 40. So Texas actually has some pretty good field position here to start the year. Last drive of the quarter, it looks like. Who was last preseason's Heisman favorite to win the award? Was it Cam Ward? Oh, the last preseason Heisman favorite to win the award. Matt Leinart got it. That does not bode well for Archie Manning. All right, here we go. Man in motion for Texas. Men in motion. 2 tight ends. Damn it. In motion for Texas. Snap. Manning looks to his left. Thrown, overthrown, incomplete. Second down coming up here for Texas. Pokes Arch with a stick. Come on. Do something, man. Second and 10 coming up here for the Longhorns. Ball's on the 47. They'll hand the ball off at the middle. And it's Baxter Jr. on the carry there. He doesn't get anywhere really. A couple of yards at most. 3rd and 8 coming up. Texas needs to start. They need to put the ball in Arch's hands at this point and let him throw it. Like, he's cleared. Like, the running game is not going to get you anywhere in this one. It's the Ohio State defense has been able to stop the run at all costs. You got to throw it. You got to start throwing the ball. You got under 2 minutes to go. I know you got all 3 timeouts, but you got to go. All right. Right wing goes in motion. Manning scrambles out of the pocket, looks to his right, still rolling, shuttle passes it off to Baxter. He's only going to get to about the 46, and that's going to be 4th down coming up for the Horns, 4th and 3. And Texas is staying on the field. Looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field now. They're going for it. Okay, then. All right, let's see if they're going to run something quick. No, I think Texas is trying to draw them off, and we got a timeout called by Ohio State. Going to make Sark think about it. Damn it. So anyway, quick recap. So tomorrow night, we will be covering Catholics versus Convicts, Notre Dame versus Miami. And then Monday night, we'll do TCU versus North Carolina. And then the FBS report comes Tuesday. So a lot of me on camera the next few days, appropriately for this weekend. There were some fun games on last night, guys. I don't know if you saw the Georgia Tech-Colorado game, but that fucker was a good one. That was a good game. I didn't watch it. I was out skipping rocks with the kids at a creek in Indiana, but that was a great game from what the highlights showed me. All right, 4th and 3 here. Let's see if Texas actually tries to pull a play off. They have a man in motion. Nope. Let's see what they're doing now. Try to draw them off, and it didn't work. Now Texas calls a timeout. And are they going to punt the ball, or are they going to go for it? Kent State is actually winning a game. Oh, no way. I said that earlier, actually. I remember now. They were up 7-0 on Merrimack. FCS Merrimack. They were smart to schedule an FCS game. It's probably the only one they're going to win all year. Yeah. Merrimack is currently down 7-3 at halftime against Kent State. I mean, that's not a big lead by any metric at all. That's a really pathetic lead. Yeah, dude, it was a fun time. Got to have some grilled chicken with fries, and kids and me and the girlfriend all threw some rocks into the creek, and Texas punted the ball like cowards. But honestly, probably for the best. 37 seconds to go now in the second quarter. 35 seconds to go in the second quarter, I should say. I don't know, Zep. I think this game is living up to the hype because it's a defensive battle. Just because it's not a shootout doesn't make it a bad game. You can appreciate defensive games. I don't know if Ohio State's going to try anything here. They could say just fuck it and take a knee and take it to the half because they do get the ball first in the second half. I mean, if I was Ryan Day, I'd just take the lead into the half and just call it good. All right, so 1st and 10 now for Ohio State, and looks like they're going to be doing exactly that. Just a quarterback sneak to run the clock out the rest of the quarter, and we are going to the half. All right, so the end of the first half, it is Ohio State 7, Texas nothing, and I think we're going to go have a little fun with Squid. Let's see what he's doing. They got about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah. All right. All right, kids. I'm going to drop you off at Uncle Squid's house for a few minutes. But you guys got to promise to be back here in 15 minutes, okay? Okay. You promise me? Hang on. Let me get the link in the thing here. All right, so halftime is going to be about 15 minutes long. So all right. All right, guys, we're going to do the good old-fashioned raid. So I want everybody to go raid Squid, and I want them to say, "Hi, Uncle Squid. Red sent us." Here's the link. And go. I'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. See what he's got going on.
Tyshawn Russell, this dude has 1 catch for 7 yards. What about Kachante Cook? He's got 56 yards and 4 receptions. Give it to him. Q's already got 150 yards for this game. Tennessee's got 250. Here's Jelly, another rollout pass. They can man down the field, throw Slade to the end zone. Incomplete again, but they're going to throw the flag, and it's going to be DI for ball. Jalen McMurray getting called for that.
Y'all go pay Uncle Squid a visit. Say hi.
I don't know. That was a little bit of a Mickey Mouse call. I did not see too much contact on that play. I don't know what you guys saw, but that's crew joining us. Good to see all you guys in here. Here's a throw over the middle, and great protection once again.
All right, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Another flag, and if I had to get
All right. So let's see. All right, yeah. Looks like everybody's still over there with Uncle Squid. I'll recall everybody back here when we get close to the start of the second half. All right, so that was fun. Nice little fun raid with Squid and the boys. We're gonna. I'll fire the signal off, letting everybody else over there come back whenever they can. Just got to deal with the half right now. So let's just look at what's going on across the rest of college football at the moment. So as you guys saw by heading over to Squid's channel, you see Tennessee just taking care of business right now against Syracuse, the Orange Classic, I guess you can call it. You could say it's the Orange Bowl, but it's obviously not. It's the battle for the orange. All right, let's see what else do we got here. Mississippi State's only up 13-10 on Southern Miss at the half. That's pretty weak. Maryland beat the brakes off of FAU as expected. Hey, Leaf, how you doing? Gotta wait until 8 p.m. for the Huskies to play. Yeah. Purdue 21-0 over Ball State right now. Tulane 20-3 over Northwestern down in New Orleans. Pitt 34, Duquesne 6 at half. Navy up 28-0 over VMI to start their second half over there. Kent State 7-3 over Merrimack. Toledo is down 7-2 against Kentucky. Toledo got a safety somehow against Kentucky. It's not quite the Orange Bowl because it didn't squeeze the life out of you. That's Clemson, Tennessee. Oh, dude, the more I think about Clemson, Tennessee tonight, the more excited that I get. So, I mean, that's gonna be a hell of a game. Let's look at what we got coming up here. Kicking off in about 15 minutes, we got Fordham against Boston College. West Virginia is going to take on Robert Morris, and then UConn will play Central Connecticut at 2:30. Old Dominion will kick off against Indiana. Kurt Signetti going to try to run it back this year for the Hoosiers, maybe make the Big Ten title. They are a dark horse. They got the pieces in place. If their quarterback situation is stable, like some think it is, they got the pieces in place. Louisville will play Eastern Kentucky at 3 o'clock. Penn State, Nevada kick off at 3:30 on CBS. God, CBS, you guys got fucking whacked with a shitty game. Georgia will take on Marshall at 3:30 on ESPN. The game I'm going to be watching next, Alabama against Florida State. That's the one I'm looking forward to seeing next. That's going to be on ABC, and then Iowa State against South Dakota on Fox. What's after that? Air Force will take on Bucknell. UMass against Temple. Holy Cross against Illinois. Montana State against Oregon on Big Ten Network at 4. Maine and Liberty, Alabama A&M versus Arkansas, Memphis, Chattanooga, Oklahoma, Illinois State. Iowa against UAlbany. Okay. Virginia against Coastal. I didn't even know UAlbany had a football team still. James Madison against Weber State. Florida against Long Island. Kansas State against North Dakota. A&M against Texas or UTSA. That's my dark horse pick to be potentially an upset today. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Shut up, Siri. Vanderbilt against Charleston Southern. Watch some of the highlights now from the Syracuse-Tennessee game. And, yeah, that's just overpowering. Damn. See Joey Aguilar work here on the snap. He just chucked it deep from his own 20-yard line, man. Wide open over the middle. House call. No problem. Mississippi State against Southern Miss. See how this one's looking. Southern Miss. On a tip, they caught the ball in the touchdown off of a tipped pass. That's insanely lucky. Mississippi State's still up by 3 in that one, though. FAU against Maryland. Yeah. The hit on the throw, pick 6. Like, immediately the brakes were getting beaten off of them. Terps are just taking care of business over there on Big Ten Network. Damn, what a touchdown throw. I think it was a nice little streak. Let's see. Purdue, Ball State. Checking out the highlights of this one right now. Ooh, very nice touchdown pass. Right over the middle of the field. And this wide receiver made 4 men miss on his way to the end zone. Unreal. Tulane, BYU. It's going to say it'll be hard to get over. I'm not saying BYU, but BYU. Wow. Retzlaff took it off from his own 40 all the way to the end zone. 60-yard touchdown run, making BYU eat shit immediately. Pitt doing Pitt things against their neighbor Duquesne. Duquesne is in Pittsburgh, by the way. So, like, these two teams live, like, right next to each other. And Pitt's just beating the brakes off of them. You ever seen Duquesne's football field? It's pathetic. Navy, VMI. I mean, what can you expect here? VMI is not even close to a power. Real easy pitch and catch there. And then another one up the gut for Navy. They're looking like to take care of business. Wish Army could have done that against Tarleton State last night. Kentucky and Toledo. Just a bad throw there by Toledo for the interception. Crazy. Toledo somehow got a safety off of Kentucky during this game so far. That I don't understand how that happened, how that was allowed to happen. It's like there was a very much defensive blow up there, and it looks like Syracuse has scored a touchdown while we were talking. It's 24-14 Tennessee now. And we're just waiting for halftime to wrap up here at the shoe. Feel free to field your comments or suggestions in the chat, and we're just going to chill out for a few more minutes while we wait for halftime to kind of quit. Keep in mind, halftime usually runs about 15 minutes, so.
That's the 40. Go to the 50, to the 40. Still running, gets down at the 30-yard line.
Oh, Squid's happy. As they're flipping through the halftime score, I have to say, the more I see of the new ESPN scorebook, the worse it looks. I don't know. I kind of dig it. I kind of like the scorebook. I think it's a little bit of a callback to their older scorebooks from years and years ago. Like the early 2000s when they looked like real smooth and sleek kind of deal. Let's see here. All right, other games we got coming up later today. Vanderbilt against Charleston Southern. Middle Tennessee against Austin P. These are all 7 o'clock games now that we're talking about. Western Kentucky against North Alabama. Arkansas State against Southeast Missouri. South Alabama, Morgan State. Just a lot of FBS versus FCS games here. Troy against Nichols. Big kahuna tonight. LSU versus Clemson. That's going to be a huge one. I think they had to fly Reese and Kirk Herbstreit from Ohio to South Carolina to be there for that game. JFK torn between wanting an easy-ish conference to go through or having an elite conference to shut the SEC up, right? you kind of want to have like a somewhat easy schedule so that way your team can win the most games possible, but you also don't want to just be like, doing nothing. You want to look like you're good against the SEC, right? What else is there? Michigan against New Mexico on Peacock at 7:30. Texas Tech against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Familiar with those guys. USC, Missouri State. Missouri State's FBS debut, by the way. Louisiana Tech against Southeast Louisiana. UTEP against Utah State. Ole Miss against Georgia State. Portland State against BYU. Louisiana versus Rice. Eastern Michigan against Texas State. North Texas against Lamar. Abilene Christian versus Tulsa. Eastern Texas A&M. It's SMU on 9 o'clock on SEC Network, right? ACC Network, sorry. Bryant against New Mexico State. Georgia Southern Florida State, who's trying to rebound after their loss last week. Northern Arizona against Arizona State. The renewed rivalry between Idaho and Washington State tonight on the CW at 10 o'clock. One of the little-known rivalries that goes back a long ways in college football. Idaho and Washington State, only about 90 miles apart from each other, I think. So they're like, if that, I don't even think they're 90 miles apart. I think they're only about an hour apart. California takes on Oregon State. Pac-12 rivalry renewed. Hawaii against Arizona. Utah against UCLA at Fox at 11. Big 10 after dark on Fox tonight. That's shades of Big 12 after dark. Colorado State will finish it off with Washington on Big 10 Network. So we got a long night ahead of us. Gotta love it, right? It is truly, truly college football season, my brothers. All right, I'm going to call back the guys. All right, all y'all that were at Uncle Squid's, come on back. We got halftime's just about over. Thoughts on the first half? So it's very much been a defensive battle. I am very much surprised at how good these defenses are this early in the season. I have to wait and see. It was a lot of just trying to beat each other up in that first half, and none of it really working.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Brett. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right.
Fun guys, go out here and put up good expectations. I mean, you are up by 7. We'll see. We'll see if you can hold on and survive and thrive till the end. Probably be on by the time this game is over. Because we haven't even gotten to the half game. This Texas game's about to kick off already.
Great defensive game so far. I agree with you, Ethan. This has been like, if you're a defensive-minded fan, you gotta love what you've watched so far. It has been a great defensive game. But now we need to see some offense, and if Texas is going to win this game, they need to get Manning going. I mean, Manning has been shut down, and I didn't really know what to expect with Arch coming into this game. I figured that he was going to come out and play a little bit better, to be honest with you. Like, he's had the entire offseason to prepare for this game at this moment, and so far he's kind of been a little bit flat. He hasn't impressed me. He hasn't done enough to be like to do like very well for me to say that he's worth it. He's a good quarterback. Like, I'm not denying that here, but this has been a really, really solid game. Again, if you like shootouts, this is not the game for you. But if you like defensive battles, this is it. We're underway from the third. Here we go in the shoe. And Ohio State will fair catch it inside the 10-yard line. So we're back. Let's look at some stats for the first half here while I'm thinking about it. So a couple of things stat-wise. Pull this up real quick. Arch is only 5 for 10 on 26 yards for passing in this game. Like, he's not been a factor. In terms of total offense, Texas has 79 yards of total offense. Ohio State has 103 yards of total offense. Julian Sands, 6 for 11 at 53 yards. 50 yards of rushing too. So, you know, it's kind of been it's been a defensive slugfest. No one really has that much of an advantage. The only thing Ohio State has is that they're playing a cleaner game. They haven't been penalized nearly as much. All right, say it. Snap. Throws it over to his right. It's caught by Jeremiah Smith at about the 30.5-yard line. Second down coming up here for the Buckeyes. Honestly, our running game has been a near non-factor. And I agree. Texas, you really haven't ran the ball that well at all, but neither has Ohio State. Ohio State hasn't run the ball that well. The difference between Ohio State and Texas right now is Julian Sayin is outperforming Arch Manning. That's the difference. And you guys have been giving up more penalty yards. That's the only reason why Ohio State has a touchdown right now. All right, Sayin man motion. Second down, hands the ball off to Peoples, and Peoples can get drilled at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's just what we've been seeing all day long. Just the defensive Texas front line has been suffocating the Ohio State rushing attack. I really do feel like in this second half, the team that is actually able to deploy the air ball is going to win this game. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Buckeyes here. All right, snap. Sayin looking to throw. He's looking to his left. Intended for Smith and incomplete. 4th down coming up. And that's exactly what Texas needed to get that one going. And Buckeyes will go 3 and out to start the second half. And just more of the same right now for the Texas defensive side. Thankfully, Ryan Day's not going to be an idiot and try to go for it on 4th down like him and Sark. Him and Sark started the game trading turnover on downs because they both decided to go for it on 4th and short at midfield, which I still don't understand the logic. All right, punt is away and it's clean. And they fielded it at about the 26, and I guess about the 27. So Texas is only the 3rd AP number 1 team to be shut out in the first half since 2014. The last time AP number 1 was shut out was actually in the SEC championship between Georgia and Texas last season. Last time before that, LSU Alabama in 2016. So it's been just a brutal game for the offense, I should say, on both sides. Let's see. I trolled James Yoder's team being 0-2 all time against Texas. That's Wisner on the carry. He's going to break away out to about the 35-yard line. Nice little carry there for the Horns. Second down coming up. All right. 2nd and 4 coming up now for Texas at 35. Hand off to Wisner again up the middle. He's actually going to get a first down here out to the 41-yard line. And Texas is going up tempo now. Trips wide receiver set at the top of the screen here. Wide receiver screen, but it doesn't work. Wide receiver loses yards there. That was DeAndre Moore Jr. on the catch. He goes nowhere. So it's going to be 2nd and a mile here coming up for Texas after losing the yardage on that play. Man, it kind of looks like a boy out there. I don't know about you, but he's got that real boy face to him. He doesn't look like he's out there amongst men. Snap. Manning looking to throw. He's getting pressured in the pocket. Scrambles out. Goes to his left. Still looking. Still rolling. And he's going to make one man miss. He's going to cut up field. Gets all the way to the 50 where he's knocked out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. First down, Texas. And that's where Manning can be dangerous. That is exactly where Manning can be dangerous. When you allow him time to escape the pocket and then you give him some grass, you do a bad angle on the tackle, that's where it's going to be a problem. You gotta contain Arch. That's the only way you're going to have a chance in this game is if you contain Arch. All right. First and 10 at the 47. Manning hands it off up the middle. That's going to be to Wisner again. And he's going to bounce all the way out to about the 39-yard line, 38-yard line. And it's going to be second and short coming up here. And Texas, they're coming out with a different look here. They're coming out with tempo. They're coming out fast. They're not waiting for Ohio State to get set like in the first half. Manning hands the ball off to Wisner again. He's going to get enough for a first down. He's out to about the 36-yard line. So we were wondering what Texas was going to do differently to start this game out, and the answer is so far increase the tempo. I mean, they need to score, and they need to score in a hurry, so it kind of makes sense, but still. Point stands. They're doing pretty good at the moment. So first and 10 here for the Longhorns at the 36. Snap. Manning hands it off again. This time it's to Baxter. Baxter's going to get about 4 yards on the carry. Going to be second and 6 coming up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to clear my nose out. Second and 6, Manning drops back to pass. Still looking. He goes to his right side. Hit by Baxter. He is walloped at the 27-yard line. Third and short coming up. He just got absolutely lit the fuck up. Third and 2. Texas should be in field goal range at minimum here if they don't get the first down. Snap. Manning hands the ball off to Baxter, and Baxter, he's going to get the first down. He's going to get a little bit more than that all the way out to the 20-yard line. Texas is driving. They are driving pretty good right now. So the halftime adjustments worked. They are putting pressure on that Ohio State defense for the first time all game, really. Texas has not been in the red zone once today. They are finally there. It took them until the start of the third to get into the red zone. And they are just barely in it right now on the 20-yard line. First and 10. Snap. Manning takes the ball himself, throws it to the right side. It's going to be caught by Wingo. And that was DeAndre Moore Jr., and he's out to about the 11-yard line. Texas looking dangerous right now. I mean, that was a clever. Now they're really trying to accentuate Manning's strengths. The mobile quarterback. Snap, looks to throw, looks to his left. It's caught by number 17 at the 9-yard line. That was Dalen McCutcheon on the catch. And, yeah, I mean, great play there by the Texas true freshman. First and goal now for Texas. That first time it's been anything to goal for them all afternoon. You got a 3 wide out set on the top side of your screen here. You got Wisner in the game. Manning steps up in the pocket. He's going to run for it. He's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line where he gets bent in half on the tackle. But he's fine. Just took a big old hit. Second and goal coming up. Second and goal. Wind ticked up a little bit. It's now 6 miles an hour. 3 wide out set, far side of the field. Wisner's in motion. Back to Manning's left. Now he rolls out to the right side. Manning takes it up the middle. He's going to get out to about the 3-yard line, but he's stopped short. Third and goal for the Horns. And we got an injury on the field. Who's hurt? Got an Ohio State player down. Who is it? I don't know who's down hurt. Whoever it is, they immediately called over for the trainer. Don't know who it was. in commercial now. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Just for those of you just joining us, I've been dealing with a cold this weekend, so I do my very best here to work through that. Now we got, let's see, 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line coming up here for Texas. I'm genuinely shocked they were able to come out of the half and work the Ohio State defense like that for the first time all day. I don't know if it was just the up-tempo nature that caught Ohio State off guard, if they were just giving different looks, but I could see the confidence starting to come in on Arch Manning. He's starting to look a little bit more comfortable back there, and that's a bad sign for Ohio State. What do we got going on here? Let's see. What else are we doing? All right. If you want your comment highlighted, feel free to make a donation to the channel. You don't have to. Occasionally, I'll put some people's highlight or comments highlighted on the screen anyway. Get the chat box there too. Here we go. 3rd and goal coming up here for Texas. They are on the 3-yard line. About 7.5 to go in the third. Third quarter traditionally always goes pretty quickly in these games. Let's see what they do here. Manning sends Wingo in motion. Snap, Manning. And takes him to ends off the Baxter. Baxter trying to find space, and he gets nowhere. He gets all the way out to the 1-yard line, but not to pay dirt. So what are you going to do? If you are Texas, do you go for it? Or are you going to take the points? I'm okay with either option. Looks like they're going to go for it. And Manning, he's going to get stopped short. There's no way. There's no fucking way he got it. Ohio State stopped them at the goal line. Wow. Wow. That defense, they got their asses beat that entire drive, and they firmed up like a fucking wall right there at the end.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
I don't know why I ever went away from my own rule of take the damn points. If he had just taken the points, they would look a lot better right now. You got, good Lord, Sark. I know initially I said I don't blame him for going for it on 4th and 1. You're making mincemeat out of this defense right now, but Ohio State is like the worst defense to face inside the 5-yard line in the country. I mean, what else are you going to do at this point, right? Texas still can't fucking score. What a stand by that Buckeye defense, man. That looked great. Now, here's the question. Now Ohio State's inside their own 5-yard line. They're at the 1, I think, when they get the ball back. Are they going to be able to break out and do a 99-yard touchdown drive? I don't know. I think even if they were to get to the other side of the field and get a field goal at this point, that would be progress. Just something. I want to score, but then I never score. Pretty much, yeah. God damn. I mean, Texas, let's just take a quick look at their overall deal today, okay? For whatever reason, both of these teams have been in love with going forward on 4th down. I don't know why. Going forward on 4th down is shit you only do when you absolutely have to, really. Otherwise, you need to be a strategist and you need to play the field, right? Use field position to your advantage. Yes, I know you were at your own 1 yard line, but I mean, Ohio State's defense has been tough all day long. You've got to be prepared for that. And God, this has just been brutal for the Horns. I mean, 4th down efficiency. The Longhorns are 1 for 3 on 4th down today. Ohio State's 1 for 2, just to be clear. You know, the other thing that's been concerning me, Texas. You have 4 penalties for 35 yards. Ohio State hasn't had the flag thrown on them once. Ohio State is better disciplined overall than Texas, which is not good because when the game gets late and we get down to the final 15 minutes, who's going to crack? Is it going to be the team that hasn't committed penalties all day? Or is it going to be the team that has already committed a lot of penalties, which led to Ohio State getting a touchdown in the second quarter? I don't know. I got my money on Ohio State right now. Yeah, most of those penalties came on that scoring drive, but then again, the fact that they allowed that to happen is not good. Because when a team starts with 4 penalties in the first half, what's going to happen? You're going to get more in the second. Because everybody's got shit to, they got a lot of work to do here. I mean, Manning he didn't even get close, honestly. He just didn't get close. He was met at the line damn near immediately. He would have been better off, faking us. He would have been better off trying to throw the ball, honestly. You're going power for power against Ohio State. Of course, it's going to be a struggle, Sark. What did you expect? All right, so Ohio State is at the 1 yard line, and Say is just sneak it up the middle, try to get some real estate because they're inside the 1. Like it was at the 1.5 yard line, so it only gets about a yard of the carry there. Second down coming up here for the Buckeyes. I mean, the only thing I think Ohio State realists on a conservative side, if you want to be, continuing to trust your defense, if you're Ohio State, you just want to, at minimum here, flip the field. If you want to be able to flip the field. So get a decent drive going, get out to the 20-yard line, and then if you got a punt, then whatever. You accomplish that. In a game like this, field position is paramount. Saying drop back to pass in his own end zone. We got flags down everywhere, and he's going to step out of bounds near the line of scrimmage to see what the flags are on. Could be a hold. It's either a holding or another hands to the face on Texas, apparently, per Gus Johnson. Oh, it's offsetting penalties. We got hands to the face on Texas, holding on Ohio State. Penalties offset, replay the down. So no safety, nothing happened. The play didn't exist. So we have a clear and obvious hold there on the offensive lineman. He was just trying to prevent that. I mean, if that was the only penalty, that would have been a safety by rule. If there's a penalty by the offense that occurs in the end zone with the ball inside the 10, that's a safety. But since it's offsetting fouls because Texas did hands to the face again, it never happened. 2nd and 9 again. Snap, hand the ball off up the middle, and once again, it goes nowhere. Quickly shut down at the 2 yard line. 3rd down coming up. Ryan Day is spending. We're spending way too much time near the end zone right now. You gotta get some space somehow. It's not exactly been the easiest thing to do today. Both these teams are awful on 3rd down today. Ohio State's only slightly better. 2 for 7 when Texas is 2 for 9 on 3rd down. You got to get some real estate here. You got to, something because you don't want to be punting the ball this close here. Snap, and off of the middle. Finally, some real estate for Donaldson. He's going to get out to about the 8 yard line. I mean, that's better than nothing. You're going to have to punt the ball, but I mean, you're deep in your own territory when you're that far back. That's a win. They were expecting a pass. They ran the ball. They basically just decided, all right, we're not going to win from this position, so we're going to punt it. So hopefully it's a good kick, and we're able to flip the field to the other side, at least keep the ball outside of the 50. It's a clean punt, and that's a poor punt at that. It only gets out to about the 50-yard line before it dies out of bounds. So Texas has half of the field to work with. I mean, that was the best you probably could have came up with. When it became clear Ohio State wasn't going to be able to get out of their own end zone, like they had to do what they could to give their punter enough real estate to work and kick the ball. Ideally, they should have probably punted it a little bit deeper because the ball is at your own is at the 50-yard line when they get back on the field. But I mean, it's better than giving up a safety. So could have been a lot worse. Again, Sark is trying to be Billy Badass right now, it feels like. He's trying to be Billy Badass and do what Ryan Day did against Michigan, which is just do nothing but power, 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 instead of play the long game, use your weapons to your advantage, and be strategic about the whole thing. Ohio State's being rather strategic. They started off the game trying to be a little bit of a Billy Badass themselves. But midway through the first, you kind of realized it's just it's not going to work that way. But I'm curious, but have you heard of these glance LED things? They're used for displaying sports scores. I got one last year, and it's awesome. Like the LED light up box for scores. I think I've seen those before. I don't really know if they're for me. They look cool, but I mean, I kind of follow, dude. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I got scroll scores on my phone, but I mean they're cool looking. I agree with you. There's something nostalgic about them that I like, but I don't want to buy them. I'm good. I'm good with what I got, but my setup's just fine. Okay. Kent State's up 14-6 on Merrimack in the third, so we could see the losing streak end for Kent State today. Let's go on right now. Yeah, Toledo's only down by 8.5, and I'm not surprised. Toledo is amongst the best of the best in the MAC. Like, they're not a bad team at all. Toledo's always been kind of like the upper echelon of the MAC. Kentucky thought they were an easy team to beat. Well, I got news for you. They're not. Ask anybody in the MAC. I mean, for aesthetics stakes, it's awesome. Like, I would love to get something like that to put in my background one day, but like, I just can't. Not right now. There's a run up the middle for Texas. Went Travion Wisner with the carry, but we got a flag down, and I think this run is coming back. Holding on Texas. 10-yard penalty, repeat the down. So 1st and 20 coming up here. And again, the lack of discipline showing for Texas. Ohio State just got their first penalty all game, and it was offset because Texas also had hands to the face. And now this time, you got to tackle the lineman for Texas, literally wrapping the dude and giving him a bear hug. They're going to throw a flag on that every time, man. 1st and 15, snap. They're going to run the ball off to the outside here for Wisner, and he's going to get bounced off at about the 47. So 2nd and long coming up here. Mississippi State would disagree with that? I don't know. Mississippi State's got their own problems right now, to be honest. There's not much they can disagree with, to be fair. All right, 3 minutes to go in the third. Third quarter going by rather quickly, as it usually does. The third quarters are always really quick. Snap. Manning looking to throw. Looks to his right. Throws it deep, and it is intercepted. Intercepted. The first mistake for Arch Manning all day, and it is intercepted by the Buckeyes. Oh boy, Texas is in deep shit.
You want this ball? You want to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
Pass was intended for Trey Wingo, and who was it that picked it off? Number 7 for Ohio State. Something junior. I only saw the back of the nameplate. Hold on. Who was it? Jermaine Matthews Jr., the cornerback, picked that one off. A pass was intended for Trey Wingo, and literally he just stepped in front of the ball. It was too easy. You're not going to get an easier interception than that in your life. He was positioned perfectly. Manning did not see it. Texas, you're in deep trouble right now. You just oh my God. Arch, we all knew that Arch, could he come in and take over for this Texas team? He got so much hype in the offseason. So many people thought he was going to come in and light up Ohio State. The amount of shit that the Longhorns are eating right now is colossal. He has not done fuck all game. Like, they had a really good opening drive in the second half, and then Ohio State adjusted right back. I don't know what Arch was thinking on that throw. He had to have seen him. There's no, I don't know if he underthrew it or what, because he was throwing it on the run. Yeah, give me 1 second here. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Still doing this. All right. So, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, that was the first. Art just played a clean game for the most part. He just hasn't been able to do much because this Ohio State defense has been suffocating. The Horns do be looking pretty down right now, but I don't want to jinx it yet. Yeah, I hear you. Just a rough start to him. I'd rather not give my opinion on the matter. Got a feel for the guy. I mean, you're starting the season first game as the quarterback for the offense, starting quarterback full time against the defending national champions. That's a tough gig for anybody. I'm not going to shit on Arch here. I'm mainly shitting on the people that thought this guy was going to be the greatest thing since Vince Young. I'm not going to say he's not. Keep in mind, the dude's only I think he's just a sophomore. Am I right? Let me look at the depth chart again. Yeah, I mean, Manning's only is a redshirt sophomore, so he's had 2 years at Texas to kind of get himself ready. But when you get into a big environment like this, 100,000 screaming people inside the horseshoe, it's really difficult to play. All the hype the SEC got going into this game early to produce something that would be found on the bargain shelf at the local distributors. Tell me, Red, why does this sound familiar? I know. All right, saying, fakes the handoff, looks the throw. It's going to be caught by Innis for a couple of yards, and Ohio State is in full control right now. They can dictate the pace. I think what's going on is just the ESPN continues to glaze the SEC, and their personalities just follow suit because I think the SEC is still the best conference in college football, which to a degree it could be. It's definitely one of the most competitive, but there's a funny thing about when football starts actually being played and the regular season begins. The bullshit's sorted out pretty quickly, and that's what we're seeing right now. I think Texas is without a doubt top 5 team in the nation still, and if they lose this game, it's their handoff up the middle for about 3 yards. And I think if Texas does wind up losing this game, they're not going to fall far. I think they're still going to stay in the top 10, and I do think that they'll be in the playoffs, and I do think they got a good chance to win the SEC championship because they're a scary team. They got so much potential. But these are just 2 titans going at it right now. And it would not surprise me if someone says that we'll see them again in the national championship. I could totally believe it. these are the two, in my opinion, these two teams are both playing really awesome football right now. Only time will tell to see how it all looks when we get to February for the national championship. Snap, saying 3rd and 4. Looks over to his left side. It's caught by Smith. And that's going to be a first down at the 44-yard line. And Jeremiah Smith, he's been pretty quiet today. Texas has kept him pretty contained. But he doesn't need much room to get going. Look, I'm not saying that the SEC isn't the most dominant conference in college football the last 20 years. I agree. They are historically speaking, top cream, no problem. The Big Ten's always been right there, though. You go back into the 90s, wasn't the SEC teams that was making national championships every year. 1st and 10. Saying, toss it to the outside. It's caught by Donaldson. He's going to make it almost to the first down marker. Yeah, you guys, SEC's losing their grip, and it's mainly because of NIL. All these players on these other teams that got recruited by big-time SEC schools cannot be hoarded by the powers anymore. They're being spread out and distributed to a bunch of other teams because they're not getting playtime where they're at. Can you imagine the amount of talent Alabama had before NIL, and then everybody fucked off when they couldn't play that season? When you make things more equal for everybody, what happens? Parity. And Ohio State's going to call a timeout because they ran out of play clock time. Oh, no, actually, end of the third. Yeah, that did go by quick. All right, we're at the end of the third quarter now. Ohio State 7, Texas nothing. We're in for a big finish, I feel like. Ohio State, I am not sure what's going to happen here. Texas is very much on the back foot right now, momentum-wise. Ohio State very much on the march. I'm not just saying that because they're on offense. I'm saying that because the momentum is all there right now for the Buckeyes. Texas has repeatedly shot themselves in the foot with penalties all game long. Arch Manning has not been utilized to his full strengths. I don't know why the fuck they have thought running the ball on a repeat with Wisner and Baxter was a good idea with Texas, and not let Arch Manning just run wild, because that dude has all the potential in the world to be like a Vince Young player, like genuinely speaking. And I feel like they're holding back. Why do I feel like Texas is holding back right now? I don't get it. I shouldn't feel like that. You're playing against Ohio State. Schlegs. I love the parody. I just like it if we still had some semblance of sense in the conferences. Yeah. Say it with me, kids. Money talks. Yeah. That's the only reason why conferences are the way they are now. It's just the money, dude. I agree with you 100%. I still wish we had conferences the way they were when I was a kid. And the independents were more of a thing. But, you know, the funny thing about time, the march of time means the march of progress, and things change regardless of how we feel about it. And like it or not, this is where college football is at today. So I don't like it personally, but I still love college football. Think Northwestern could come back against Tulane? No. Tulane is unstoppable. What the hell are you talking about? With Retzlaff under center, forget it, man. Northwestern's fucked. TS evening, Red. How's the game so far? It's a defensive war. 7-0 going into the fourth quarter, and it's been great. Like, again, if you are an old school Big Ten fan, you love this shit, because this is exactly how Big Ten games are normally going. Back all the way back to the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. They were not big shootouts. They were smash mouth, in your face, fought in the trenches football. Now, I'll say 7-0 is actually a little bit low by Big Ten standards, but still, this has been an absolutely brutal game in the best possible way. This game should have been a number 1 versus number 2 game instead of Penn State. I think Ohio State has proven that at minimum they're number 2 in the country. I think they've proven that. They have shut down this high-powered, hyped-up Texas offense with no issue. Texas didn't get into the red zone until the third quarter. And when they got inside the 5, Ohio State did a goal line stand a la the Woody Hayes era. So, I mean, I think if anything, Ohio State should be the number 1 team in the nation right now, point blank. I don't care what Penn State does later. If Ohio State wins this game, they're number 1 because it's clear with how dominant they've been, they're the best in the nation. And Sark just can't seem to get his team going. I mean, they keep running the fucking ball. Like, use Arch. Why are you not using the best weapon you have? I'd argue the same thing for Ryan Day, but we're just being more physical. Saying hands the ball off up the middle to, I want to say that's Donaldson again, and they're going to get the first down on 3rd and short. So we continue. We're going to have the Sark can't win big games conversation after Texas loses. This would be their 4th loss in 5 games, and even against Arizona State, they got bailed out by the refs. Ooh, that's a tough thing to ask. That's a really good question, dude. Interesting stat on the broadcast. This is the first time Texas has been shut out in the first 3 quarters since Iowa State of all teams did it to them in 2015. Holy shit. That was before Matt Campbell was there. Good Lord. Charlie Strong. That's right. All right, handoff up the middle. That's Donaldson. He's going to get about 7 yards on the carry, and we got a flag down on the play. And this might be Ohio State's first real penalty of the day. Illegal formation on the offense. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. It's Ohio State's first actually counted yardage loss on penalties today. They had a penalty in the end zone earlier in the 3rd quarter, but it got offset by a Texas penalty. So Penn State beating Oregon would probably get them out to number 1, maybe. I don't know, dude. This has been if you're a pollster, you're really scratching your head at this one. You got to kind of look back to what the pollsters did back in the 90s when you had more games that were just like this. I think regardless of whoever wins this game, the winner of this game will be number 1 in the nation, bar none. And there's Peoples. He got a few blockers in front of him. I'm sorry, that's Donaldson again. He got a few blockers in front of him, and he gets out to the 45, 2nd and 7 coming up here. If you're worried about Penn State being higher than OSU, just wait until Franklin and Co. come back to the horseshoe. Yeah, I can't wait for that. They should be playing that game at night. I can't believe they're going to play it at noon on Fox. It's a blackout game for Ohio State, for God's sake. Bastards. Second and 7 for Ohio State at the 40-yard line. Forgive me, it's at the 40-yard line now, inside Texas territory. Snap, saying, face the handoff, drops back, looks to his left. He's going to throw it deep. Oh, he's got a man. That's Tate. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. What? He did not catch that. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me. Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
So my throat kind of hurts a little bit. That's why I'm trying to keep myself reserved and why I'm not jumping and screaming. But Carnell Tate was hit on the catch, ball tipped, and he still caught it. Oh, my God. Ohio State is up 2 touchdowns on the Texas Longhorns as that extra point sails right on through. And the Horns are in deep shit. Oh, my Lord. He literally got hit on the throw, on the catch, lost it, and recovered it. The ball went down to his knee, and he still grabbed it. Oh, my God. JFKH with the $2 donation. Thank you, JFKH. You sent me enough money this week, but thank you. Which conference has the best ads? Oh, Big Ten. Oh, like not even a question. It's the Big Ten's map commercial. Like they know how good it is too. When they added the 4 Pac-12 teams, they made sure the commercials stayed the same, just modified it. Like it's the best one. It's so clean, and it gets the point across too, which is big. Oh my God! Thank you guys very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Conference USA. I don't know what Conference USA has for their commercial. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't. The Texas depth at wide receiver, or is it just Wingo? Hang on a second. Let me pull it up. I have the roster in front of me here. DeAndre Moore Jr. and Emmett Mosley. So, I mean, no. It's like here's the thing though. That's a legitimate question. Like DeAndre Moore Jr. I think is the only other player that's like worth a shit. He's the only one I've seen really work today. Mosley hasn't even been targeted, I don't think. Bull muscle, just power clean, 225 pounds, 6 reps. Holy fuck, nearly blacked out. Dude, I hope you had a spotter with you. Be careful, brother. I know you got a show coming up in Manila. Be careful, dude. Fucker pushes himself to the absolute limit of the limits. Ask bullwustle at gmail.com if you guys want fitness advice and financial help. He's great. Thank you, Bull. I know you might have been just a spotter, man. Yeah, if he blacks out holding the bar up, it's a problem. All right. Well, we are Texas has some work to do, just like that. Ohio State has tape for the hype vid. That was one heck of a catch. It really was. Like it was a catch that shouldn't have been caught, honestly. Sayan underthrew the pass a little bit. That's why Tate had to turn it around. If he had just thrown it for the back of the end zone, Tate would have caught that easy walk-in touchdown. But he underthrew it a little bit. So Tate had to stop and turn around. When he turned around, he got hit. And when he got hit, he lost possession, but the ball bounced off his knee, and he put his hands down just quick enough to catch the ball and for it to be a touchdown with the corner all over him. When I mentioned earlier in the game how good Carnell Tate is, that the fact that they shut down Jeremiah Smith is not going to be enough. That is exactly why. I would also say hit the Kroger before the Fraud Bowl. I mean, game tomorrow. Yeah. No, I'm not drinking today primarily because I'm sick. I still drink. I don't drink as much as I used to because I did lose quite a bit of weight, but I'm not drinking today because I'm sick. So, dude, I don't know. Bull, fucking do it inside of a rack where you can catch the bar or something. Or if you fall over, just drop the bar behind you. All right, 1st and 10 for Texas at the 15. They hand the ball off up the middle. Going to be like a 5-yard gain. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Like, how the fuck do you spot a full body press? Just have 2 dudes, one in front of the other, one to potentially jump in and tackle you. Red kept drinking at that level. I would have flown to Ohio, put a boot in his ass. You would. You wouldn't. 2nd and 4. And there's another run. 2 straight plays running the ball up the middle. Texas, what the fuck is your game plan? I'm sorry. At this point in the game, you're down by 2 touchdowns. You got to start throwing the fucking ball. You have ran the ball 3 times in a row now on 3rd and 1. You got the first down at least. But that's because the play got busted. Out to the 32-yard line for Texas. They're trying to get something going now. Manning is 9 for 15, 38 yards passing with 1 interception. That's it. Sark is overthinking this game massively. Manning finally goes back for the pass. He's looking to his left. He dumps it off to his running back. That's Baxter on the catch. He goes nowhere. The corners have these wide receivers all tied up right now. 35 people watching the stream. Thank you guys so much. If you want your comment highlighted, feel free to make a donation of any amount. I'm not going to say nothing about that game because the last time I did, that was week 1. It was 2017. And it still gives me, oh, yeah, the Upstate game. 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line. Texas is starting to get a little bit of a drive piece together here. Manning looks to throw. Caleb Downs in the backfield trying to rush him. And that's going to be thrown and caught by number 13. That's Parker Livingstone on the catch. So big chunk yardage there. First down for Manning. Downs blitzed big time. Baxter got a quick block on Downs, which allowed him just enough time to get the ball out of there. Oh, UCLA was 27. That's 2017. That's right. Sorry. Got them confused. Both embarrassing. 1st and 10. Manning drops back to throw. Throws it over to the middle. Nearly picked. It is picked. Caleb Downs on the tip. No, that's Sonny Styles. What the fuck is going on?
You want this ball? You gonna have to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
Holy shit, this is not good. This is so good for Ohio State, but it's so not good for Texas. Why would he throw it to Matthews Jr. nearly picked it himself, and it was tipped in the air. Oh, wait a minute. I think that ball hit the ground. Oh, that's going to come back. That's not a pick. Ball hit the ground. It's going to come back. But still, what a play. That could be a momentum killer. That play alone is massive. Arch near, good Lord. That's going to come back because the ball hit the ground on the replay. It hit the ground. He did it. Styles, he had it right here, and the ball is just sticking out a little bit. So, not quite an interception. But, you know what? What a play. On the field, it was ruled an interception. We'll have to wait and see. Excuse me one moment. Again, if you're watching the camera shut off from time to time, I'm not leaving or anything. I'm just cleaning my nose out, and I know you guys don't want to see that. So the occasional interruptions are kind of mandatory today, considering what I'm dealing with. Forgive me. Hopefully tomorrow it's a little bit better. I got all day the rest of the day to rest, and tomorrow night. God, doing voiceover later for us, the Dope Bird is going to be brutal. It's going to be so congested. We got 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Texas needs a touchdown badly. If that call stands for some reason, I'm going to be willing to say it's game over for Texas. I'm not even joking. Meanwhile, Merrimack just tied it up against Kent State. No, they fucking did not. No way. If Kent State loses to Merrimack, just delete the football program at this point, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's not because Merrimack is so bad. It's just that Kent State just can't win. So when Texas loses to Georgia, likely in even worse fashion, do they pull the Indiana defense to slink in? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all. I'm sorry. I wish I had something. I wish I had a clever comeback for you, but I don't. Alan messaged me in our football Discord. So Arch Manning isn't all that, huh? I don't know about that. I won't sit here and say that Arch Manning isn't all that if they lose this game. I will say that the game planning that Texas has had against Ohio State has been absolute teetotal trash, and that Sark should be ashamed of himself for overthinking this as much as he did. Still waiting on them to come back and say what the ruling is. They're about to. Pass is incomplete. Non-interception. Ball hit the ground like we thought we saw on the replay. So no interception, but still a huge reminder to Arch that this is a, don't fuck with this team. You cannot be throwing the ball like that in this situation. I wouldn't say this gives Texas any momentum because he got called back. McConaughey's on the sideline cheering, yeah, we did something, buddy. You ain't doing shit right now. Like, it was still a great play by Ohio State. So, 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Horns. Send the man in motion. Manning. He fakes the handoff. It's going to be a toss to the outside to the wing to Wingo, and he's going to make it out to about the 35-yard line. 3rd down coming up here. Hey, Sark, if you had kicked the field goal earlier, you'd be looking a little bit better right now. Just saying. When you had the ball inside the 5-yard line and it was 4th and goal, probably should have kicked the field goal. Hands the ball off up the middle to Wisner. Wisner's going to get past the 1st down marker. He's out to the 30-yard line now. They're getting close. But we all know that doesn't mean shit. Ohio State has been absolutely brutal on defense today. Shutting down Texas A&M, or not A&M, sorry. Longhorns going to be pissed at me for making that comparison. They're making a video on A&M, forgive me. The Horns have been shut down pretty much all day. They've only been in the red zone once all game long. They're at the 30-yard line now. Snap, Manning fakes the handoff, looks to his left, dumps it off to his tight end, and he's going to get out to about the 16-yard line. Pretty good gain there. They're inside the red zone. 1st and 10 now for Texas as the tempo increases once more, now out of necessity because they are running out of time. 9.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts. Ohio State has all 3 timeouts. Texas doesn't score their clown of the week. Yeah, if they get shut out, that's going to be incredibly bad. Manning is going to take the ball himself, takes it up the middle, and he's going to get hit immediately after a gain of only 4 yards. 9 minutes to go in the 4th. Ohio State needs to toughen up now on defense here. You got to make a stop. If you're able to get a stop and force them to kick a field goal, if they kick one, that'd be big. Manning, snap, hands it off to Wisner. Wisner bounces to the outside, makes it to about the 10-yard line. Only a gain of 2, 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Horns. Excuse me. 3rd and 3 coming up now for the Horns at the, looks like they spotted at the 9-yard line. Let's see what happens here. Wisner in motion to the outside. Manning looking to throw. Looks over to the end zone. Horrible throw at the feet of Trey Wingo. Incomplete. 4th and 3. Once again, Ohio State's defense toughens up in the red zone. And don't go for it, Sark. What are you doing? No, don't go for it. They're going for it. 4th and 3. Sark, this could be the ball game right here. 4th and 3 from the 9-yard line. Take the fucking points like you should, Sark. What are you doing? Timeout called by Ohio State. Day went for it earlier and it worked. But Sark has been going for it on 4th down all day long, and he has been spotty at best. And it's part of the reason why. If Sark had just Phoenix, I'll be streaming tomorrow night for Miami versus Notre Dame. So feel free to join me then. Trying to draw the knife sides? Yeah, I mean, maybe, but they've legitimately gone for it multiple times today. Hang on, let me pull up the stat. I got to pull it up. I just had it in front of me, but I lost it. Come on, goddammit. Okay, team stats. Texas is today 1 for 3 on fourth down efficiency. They are 4 for 12 on third down efficiency. At this point, you just need to fucking take the points where you can get. Your team is not capitalizing and getting the ball on first down or getting a first down at all. You got more first downs in general, yes, but that's only because you've been able to go up tempo at times and catch Ohio State, giving up territory for time. 8 minutes to go, 4th and 3. Let's see if they try to draw them offside or if there's an actual play here. All right, Manning calls an audible at the line. 8, 7, 6. They actually snapped the ball. Manning looking to throw to his right. Still looking. Throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. It is a turnover on downs.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
The third turnover on downs for Texas today. Third. First turnover on downs, drive number 1 of the game at the 50-yard line. Second turnover on downs at the 1-yard line on 4th and goal. Third turnover on downs, 4th and goal from the 4th. It wasn't even 4th and goal. It was like 4th and 3 from the 9 or something like that. 2 of those times they could have taken the points, and it would be 14-6 right now. Neither of those times they took the points, and they're about to get goose egged against Ohio State. Holy fucking shit. I am stunned. Like, I'm a diehard Buckeye, and I'm happy to see this, but I cannot believe, like, that wide receiver wasn't even open. It was a prayer. He didn't even throw an accurate pass. He threw a prayer. There was nothing there. This picture's making the rounds on social media. Hang on. I'm going to try to pull this up real fast and get it on stream because this is hilarious. I mean, Ohio State, to be fair, it hasn't been like Ohio State's offense dominating or anything like that. It's not. It's not like that at all. It's the fact that Texas's offense has been stymied by that Ohio State defense so much. It's incredible. And damn it. And it really just goes to show how insanely good this Ohio State defense still is after losing all of that talent. So Ohio State's always had a really deep roster, and this game just once again shows everybody in the country how good Ohio State is. And I mean, if you want to sum up the game for Texas, here's your moment. Bevo is going into witness protection program from this game. I mean, I don't understand. You still have time, Sark. Your defense has been playing well all day, and yet you're absolutely just trying to have the bigger balls right now than the other team, and it's stupid. Oh, don't get me started on the Texas is back memes. Bevo is going into witness protection program for this game. All the hype, all off season for nothing. Couple of first downs, you're absolutely right. A good drive by Ohio State here should do it, but the problem is that that's not been easy to come by today. You would say something, but again, 2017, I hear you. All right, so we got 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. They're in full control. They can really, if they can get a drive strung together here, put in some good old-fashioned Big Ten trestle ball and just run the clock out, they're in some business. They get 4 yards on a run, you're good. And that's what just happened there. 4-yard carry by Donaldson, 2nd down coming up. I think the defense mentally quits, maybe. It's like Sark is back in the red and black of Atlanta again. Cracks open a soda. Time as a flat circle. If Texas actually gets shut out, the SEC fan base will totally implode. Like the amount of griping we're going to hear from SEC, dick suckers is going to be glorious. Snap, saying, hands the ball off to Peoples. Peoples just trying to find, it's Donaldson again, and he's actually going to get the first down on the carry. So that's exactly what Ohio State's going to do. They're going to squeeze the life out of Texas by running the ball up their ass. Oh, the SEC fans don't claim UT? Well, that sucks because TU is in the SEC. Y'all got to deal with their griping after this. Oh, God, Merrimack leads. Oh, God is right. Oklahoma, Arkansas, and A&M fans won't be saying that. Okay, fair enough. They'll probably, I'm sure they're actually laughing their asses off at College Station right now. What our resident Western Canadian USF guy prepare for the salt mines? Children yearn for the mines. Peoples gets the ball again on the carry, and he's going to pick up about a few yards on there, but there's a flag down. I think it's going to be holding. Yeah, and then Oklahoma gets their asses whipped next week against Michigan. Sorry, Akbar. I know you heard that. Holding against Ohio State's going to back him up 10 yards. 1st and 20 coming up here. Yep, exactly what I'm saying, Bull. They're squeezing the life out of Texas with milking the clock and just trying to work that clock down. Now, granted, they got to get the ball into some decent field position and pin them deep. We're not really going for a touchdown here. You're trying to, make that work. Oh, Kent State's back in the lead? Okay. All right, 1st and 20 here for Ohio State. They're probably going to have to throw the ball at least a little bit now. Letting the clock run, smart. Saying is letting the play clock run down, letting the game clock run down with it. That is veteran leadership right there. Peoples breaking a couple of tackles in the backfield, not getting anywhere in a hurry. 2nd down coming up, and they are just absolutely taking as much time off the clock as they want. They got a 2-possession lead. They could care less about if they get the ball on the 1st down or not at this point. Texas would need 2 scores to get back into this game. We were at over 5.5, just under 5.5 to go. We are just seeing them. Yeah. I mean, this is just Ohio State going back to their roots, squeezing Texas to death. 2nd and 19 coming up here for the Buckeyes on the 11-yard line. Just don't fumble the ball and you'll be in good shape. Saying looks to throw. It's caught by Smith. He's going to bounce to the outside, cut up field. Yeah, he should have stayed in bounds, dude. He's out 15, 3rd down. If Michigan beats Oklahoma next week, just the amount of salt from that particular region of the country is going to be glorious. Are we down to see OU repay the Buckeyes a favor? Yeah, sure. I mean, I love to see Oklahoma beat Michigan too, but I got no dog in the fight at this point. I don't hate Oklahoma. I hate Michigan, but, I could care less if they beat Oklahoma or not. 4.5 to go in the 4th. 3rd and 15. They're going to hand the ball off again to Donaldson. He's going to make it back to almost the 20-yard line. So Ohio State's going to get ready to punt the ball here. And, I mean, took 3 minutes off the clock. That's all you can ask for at this point. As we got a TV timeout coming now. I mean, again, I'm already seeing the memes coming across. If you guys go to my Discord, by the way, link is in the bio for my channel, and it should be. I didn't put anything in the damn stream description like an idiot. If you go to my Discord, which you absolutely should, by the way, there's a lot of people that are always online talking college football. I'm already seeing people forwarding things saying that Arch Manning was a bust and he's not anything. Thank you, Black Boy. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. I appreciate the positivity there. Nearly blocked on the punt. Texas nearly blocked it on the punt. Fair caught at about the 40.5. I'm not going to start saying that Arch was a false prophet yet. I don't think that he's bad. Like, he is a red shirt sophomore. Yeah, he's had 2 years to sit behind a quarterback and learn the system. But, like, you're going up against the number one team in the nation. And I'm just going to go ahead and start saying Ohio State's the number one team in the nation. They have shut out Texas 56 out of 60 minutes in this ball game. Texas has not scored once. So it's one game. I think Arch Manning's still a damn good quarterback, but everyone just needs to lower their expectations. Everybody hyped him up like he was the second coming of Jesus Christ. Timeout Ohio State. They saw something they didn't like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shallow enough to start saying that Arch Manning is the worst fucking quarterback in college to play for Texas and by any stretch. And I don't think that Manning is going to be a bad quarterback going into the future. I think he's going to be, by the end of next year, which will probably be his final year in college, because I doubt he plays through his senior season. He's got at least 2 years at Texas. He could stay for his senior season, but he's got at least 2 years at Texas. This next year, I think Texas is in good shape. Where I'm going to be what I'm going to be curious to see is if Texas is able to build up something around Arch to really get him going, to accentuate his strengths. Trey Wingo, I think, is the best thing they got. And then they got two pretty decent running backs. First and 10 at the 40. Manning looking to throw. No more running the ball now. Throws it over the left side of the field. It's going to be caught by Trey Wingo. Speaking of the devil. First down coming up here, 4 to go. Oh, excuse me. I smell bullshit. First and 10 at the 32. Now we got some real tempo going on. Manning throws it to the right side. It's caught by Wisner. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 32, stopping the clock with 3:48 to go here in the fourth. Texas has 2 timeouts. Ohio State has 1 timeout. Ohio State up to 14-0. Snap, Manning. Looking to his left. Still looking. Throws over the middle. Misses his target again. Incomplete. It was intended for Wisner. 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 coming up. This is the game right here. Texas needs to get a touchdown no matter what at this point. Like, you got to get a touchdown to stay in this game. You don't get a touchdown, it's ball game, buddy. 3rd and 5 at the 27. And we got a flag down on the play. Dead ball foul. And what did I say? Ball start on Texas. When it's late in the game, the team with the most penalties is the one to commit the next. It was on Baker, one of the offensive linemen, and Texas just most of the day shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. You got to have the discipline in this environment. Like, Ohio Stadium is an absolute, fucking hellhole to play in. Snap, Manning drops back to pass, looks over the middle, looks to his right. He's going to throw it for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Parker Livingstone gets a badly needed touchdown for the Hornets.
Yeah, everyone come back! Woo! Who can stop me? Tell me, who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
He just barely gets away from the corner. Matthews Jr. got a little bit of separation, and that was all he needed to get into the end zone for the touchdown. So much for the shutout, but still, they were scoreless for 56 out of 60 minutes. Now, it's not over. It certainly isn't over. I didn't say it was over earlier, but we were starting to warm up the fat lady for sure. And that's probably on me for jinxing it a little bit. But I think they're just confirming the touchdown right now. We got a little bit of a delay here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that ball moving? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Livingstone was bobbling the ball. The ball is moving, guys. The ball is moving. No fucking way. The ball was shifting. I don't know if that's enough to overturn it. I mean, I think the call will stand as it was on the field. I mean, the ball got knocked loose when he hit the ground. The ball got knocked loose when they hit the ground. If they call this back, they're going to be throwing shit on the field in the Texas stands. I mean, I think that's a touchdown personally, and I'm not a Texas Longhorns fan. I'm a Buckeye. I think that this should stand. This should stand. The ball is moving a little bit, but is that really enough to say that it's an incomplete pass? Oh, boy. This is where rules are going to get really dicey. I mean, that goes to show just how close it's been for Texas all day. Like, nothing's been easy for them. All right, so the call is upheld on the field. It is confirmed to be a touchdown. Ohio State now only leads 14-6, so a little bit more important for them to not, it's important now that Ohio State, when they get the ball back, that they are able to string together a drive to kill the clock. They need to force Texas to use their timeouts mainly. And the extra point is good. I can't control the timeout graphic, Bull. That's through an application on OBS. It is Texas has 2 timeouts. Ohio State has 1, for those of you that are wondering. I can't control if OBS's graphic is up to date or not. I'm using theirs because it looks nicer. Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. All right, let's do a quick bounce around, see what's going on around the rest of college football at the moment before we get ready for the big finale here in Columbus. So let's see here. We're in a commercial break right now. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see if any games have gone final. Tennessee is up 38-20 on Syracuse on ABC. That game is about to be done in the third. Mississippi State's busted out for a big lead over Southern Miss, 34-10. Maryland taking care of business, 39-7 against FAU. Northwestern down bad against Tulane, 23-3. Pitt 51, Duquesne 9. Jesus Christ. Kent State 21, Merrimack 17. Merrimack has the ball inside Kent State territory. They'll be on the lookout for that. Kentucky 10, Toledo 2. What the fuck are you guys doing, Wildcats? And the kickoff is away. And they're not going to return it. It's going to be in fair catch. Fordham 3, Boston College 14 on ACC Extra. West Virginia up 10-0 on RMU. UConn 28, Central Connecticut 7. Old Dominion up 7-0 on Indiana late in the first quarter. Okay, not great. That's a little surprising considering it's Old Dominion. And Louisville up 7-0 on Eastern Kentucky. Oh, Indiana just scored a 90-yard return touchdown. Got it. 7-0. Purdue 31, Ball State nothing. That went final. Navy beat VMI 52-7. That game has also gone final. In about 15 minutes, they're going to be kicking off your 3:30 games. That includes Nevada, Penn State, Marshall, Georgia, and Alabama, Florida State. We will sign off at the conclusion of the Ohio State-Texas game, and we will be back tomorrow night for Miami versus Notre Dame. But I will be watching the Alabama-Florida State game very carefully for obvious reasons. 1st and 10 for Ohio State at the 25-yard line. Saying, hands the ball off the Peoples. And I think it's actually Donaldson again. No, it's not Donaldson. Who the fuck is that? Number 18. That is, who the fuck that is? That's Miller, true freshman. Got the 2-minute timeout coming up, so Ohio State's really just trying to work the clock down. Anna plays at 7 Eastern today against UTSA. In case you're wondering, Bull. Saying, back to pass for Ohio State. Looks to his right. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. Still looking. Throws it towards his wide receiver. Clock stops at 2:39 to go in the third. This is a tough spot to be in for Ohio State. Honestly, you kind of want to kill as much clock as you can, but you can't just run the ball every single play. Sayans had himself a great game. 12 for 19, 121 yards with a touchdown pass. I mean, not much else you can really do there. I wouldn't have thrown the ball personally, but that's just me. Ohio State's not been good on third down today at all. 3 for 10 on third downs. They are on the 25-yard line. Just don't give up anything big. Snap, saying back to pass. Looking, throws it over to the right side. It's going to be caught by Ennis. He's going to be down inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark up down inbounds as well. But that's going to be 4th down. 4th and 5 coming up here. So Texas is going to use its second timeout now. So they have 1 timeout remaining plus the 2-minute timeout. I mean, they just could. I mean, Ohio State's been bad on the third down all day long. Really, the only time they've been any good is when Texas gives them a gift. Might be coping a little bit there, actually. See, ran the ball, threw the ball, ran the ball, threw the ball, threw the ball. Okay, yeah, that actually makes no sense. Why the fuck do you throw the ball so much? All right, 4th and 5. Ohio State's going to punt. They have no choice here, obviously. They're hoping to pin Texas deep if possible. You're punting it from your 30. So you could flip the field. And it's a pretty decent punt, end over end. Gets a good Ohio State bounce, and it dies at the 15-yard line. So it's about as good as you're going to get. 55-yard punt sets up Texas on their own 15-yard line. So we're going to find out if Arch Manning has a clutch bone in his body. Texas must get a touchdown on this drive. There is no pass and go, no collecting $200. This is it. Last call. You're absolutely right. Last call. This is the drive. Can you get 85 yards in 2.5 minutes? Bull, I agree with you. This should be very doable for Arch Manning. If he's as good as they say he is, this should be doable for him. Manning, back to pass. Looks to his left. Throws it, and he's got a man wide open, but overthrows him. Trey Wingo had about a 1.5 steps on the corner and overthrew him big time. Incomplete, 2nd down. 2.5 to go. 2:21 to go in the 4th. See how much of that Manning blood runs in him. You're absolutely right. From the 15-yard line, deep in Texas territory. A 4 wide out set. Manning looks to his left, still looking, throws the ball. It is going to be caught. Took me a second because it looked like it was going to be overthrown, but it wasn't. It was perfectly thrown, caught by the tight end. That was Jack Endries, as we are going to hit the 2-minute timeout before they get in their playoff. They're at the 40, around the 40-yard line, 45-yard line. That's the 2-minute timeout. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, if Sark had just scored those points earlier in the game, it'd be 14-13. Texas would have to do a lot less work right now. But this is why I always say take the damn points when they're available to you, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself wondering if you should have earlier. Excuse me one moment. I got to clear my nose out. Okay. God, I've gone through like so much water today. All right, guys. So here's the deal. We are officially like this is go time for Texas. I don't know if this is going to be like. I mean, this is either going to be Manning's finest hour or this is going to be a learning experience. Not a failure, a learning experience. Ohio State does need a sack. You're absolutely right. How many sacks has Ohio State had today? That's a great stat to look for right now because it's not been a lot. They've had like 1 or 2 at minimum. Trying to pull the stat up right now. ESPN's app is so shit. Like I'm trying to pull up something quickly. It doesn't always do it quickly for some fucking reason. Okay, team stats. What the fuck? It doesn't tell me. All right, don't matter. There's only been like 1 or 2 sacks for Ohio State today. They haven't been able to get to Arch. They've been able to pressure him a lot, but they haven't really put him on the ground that much. All right. Well, here we go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 1 timeout. That's all you got left, Texas. Manning in the shotgun. Snap. Hands it off. And that's going to be only a gain of about 4 yards for Wisner. Why in the fuck are you running the goddamn ball with 1 timeout left? Sark, stop relying on your running back. It kills the clock. Manning looks to throw, looks to his right, tosses it down, incomplete, horribly underthrew the ball. Intended for the tight end, 3rd and 5 coming up. 1:38 left. Yeah, that's what happens when you run the fucking ball, dude. You idiot. Why in the hell are you running the fucking ball with 2 minutes to go from your own 45 with 1 timeout? To get 5 yards shorter? For what, the Hail Mary? Downs trying to police the Ohio State defense. Manning trying to make a play call on the offensive line. 4, 3. They get the snap off. Manning looking to his left. Goes over the middle. It is tipped, dropped, overthrown. It was thrown too high for Wingo. He got 1 hand on it, could not bring it in. 4th and 5. Your ball game is right here. Manning, that's the other thing with Manning today. He's had too many bad throws. Too many. This is it, boys. This is fucking it right here. This is for all the fuck. I remember Keith Jackson's call in the Tostitos Bowl. This is for all the Tostitos. Well, this is for all the hype. Manning looking to throw to his right, and they are going to get to him. They hit him on the throw, nowhere near the first down. Turnover on downs. They rush the pocket, hit Manning. He throws it to his tight end. His tight end was at least 3 yards short. Turnover on downs. Ohio State's going to get the win.
I don't believe it. That kind of shit is just unacceptable.
For like the 4th or 5th time today, Texas turns the ball over on downs. Oh, my God. I have one thing for you Longhorns fans. Fuck you. Horns are officially down, sawed off. It's so over. For the first time in college football history, Ohio State will beat Texas in the horseshoe. After all the talk, all the hype, all of the speculation, Ohio State is the number 1 team in the nation week 1. First, Neil Dowd comes in, and that is waiting on the clock to just run out here. I wonder if the Buckeye faithful are going to try to storm the field over this. That'd be funny. Multiple 4th and goals for Texas where you could have taken the points, lost. Multiple possessions where you could have played the field position game instead of turning the ball over and giving Ohio State great field position. Missed. Multiple penalties. One of them led to a fucking touchdown. Just the mistakes Texas made today just goes to show they're not there. Great game. Like, this was a great defensive slugfest. Overall, no notes. Great game. But Texas has a lot of self-reflection to make here. I don't know if Ohio State is going to be able to kneel it out completely. Texas did use 1 timeout. Actually, they should be able to, I think. Oh, man, what a game, guys. And, hey, we made it. I didn't think on it. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it through this game with how I'm feeling. Yeah, we're under 40 seconds, so that's going to be it right there. That's the final. The final knee has been taken. Texas has been defeated by the Ohio State Buckeyes by the score of 14-7. They didn't even get a touchdown, Texas, until literally 3 minutes ago in the 4th quarter. An absolutely perfect performance by Ohio State, a dominant win. They made a statement. Ohio State will be ranked number 1 when the polls get released on Tuesday. And I mean, that is just, I don't know. I don't think there is any argument from me who the number 1 team in the nation should be right now. They absolutely, that defense, top in the nation. What a game. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this stream. This was a lot of fun to do. I am sorry that I have been under the weather and therefore I could not have as much energy as I normally would for this stream. But I really just want to take the time to say thank you. Thank you to the guys that donated on this stream, Phoenix and not JFKH. for making those donations to the channel. Every little bit helps to run this small operation we have here. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow night. It's Catholics versus Convicts on ESPN. I can't wait. Thank you again. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your college football Saturday.